Nuzlockes, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Mau, welcome back. Trevor, welcome. Alright guys, I think we're actually all good to go here. I got everything set up beforehand. DJ Rages, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Filippo, Notification Squad, Android Play, here with some puns, Cruddy Banana, Nightcore Multiverse, Pokemaster Jut, welcome back to the stream, guys. So last time we ended right at 5450, so we're going to do one quick encounter to start the stream off, and then I'm going to reset the save. So how's everyone doing today? Personally, I am doing pretty well. Is there lag, guys? Or are you just talking about like the time between seeing messages? Because that happens. But if there's actual lag, let me know. Queen of the Castle feeling 55. We'll see. Sans, welcome back to the stream. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and reset the save because we are right at the time that we need to. Cody Scroggins, sorry I missed the last stream. It's okay, man. It's okay. We all have things we have to do. Personally, even the streamers I follow, I miss sometimes. You're doing alright? That's good to hear, Filippo. Puns, all the puns. Can you not hear me, Pokemaster? Hopefully the stream isn't absolutely rubbish. I hope it's not. I hope it's good. Hit that licky button. Hope I get it today. I hope so too, Mau. Oh, Cody Suarez, you just said pick a girl as I clicked the button. Next time I will. I think I promised it one time and I accidentally just forgot entirely. So next time, if we don't get it here before 5500, we'll pick a female. You're good now, Pokemaster? That's good to hear. Official team pun. I'm personally still on Team Ceiling, though, Android Play. That was a joke from like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, I think. Maybe even a month ago at this point. We've been doing this for so long, it all kind of starts to run together when certain things happened. The sound is cutting out! Oh no! Is anyone else having that issue? So I can know if it's on my end or not? Oscar, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Pokemaster, it's just for you. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Official team pun. Welcome to the stream. I actually saw I had the preview of the stream up when I saw the sub notification for official team pun. That was pretty funny. Audio's fine. All right. Trevor the Trainer, you're saying it's gonna be the day. I hope so. I'm feeling it too. John, welcome back to the stream. It's night now for you. Yeah, there are quite a few people I know who they're watching and it's already really late at night. For me, it's still like early evening-ish. Like it gets dark about halfway through the stream. The video wasn't right. That's okay, Nightcore. I understand. I have YouTube glitches out sometimes. Amanda the Base Color, why didn't you get a notification? I think sometimes, like, it doesn't send them all out at once. I think it eventually sends it out. I know, I saw a comment one time that someone started, like, got the notification for the stream after it was already over, which stinks. Like, you know, you would expect YouTube to notify you on time for something that's, like, the entire idea of it is being there when it's going on. I don't know, but YouTube glitches out sometimes. At least you got the notification. Or you say, you didn't get a notification. At least you found it, though. I mean, YouTube is notorious for, like, things not showing up in subscription boxes and stuff. OGs is a member and Android Play. The two main members of Team Pun. Mau, what's my favorite evil team? So my favorite evil team is probably Team Skull, to be honest, just because of how completely over the top and ridiculous they are. Second would be Team Aqua. Andrea, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while since you've been here. Like, I think it's been a week, right? Oscar, you didn't get a notification either? That's weird. If you have them set up, you should be getting them. I know I personally turn them off because I'd always get them and think I get, like, a text. And I'd be, like, in the middle of a class and, like, risking taking my phone out, like, maybe it's something important from my parents, and it's just, oh, so, like, someone started streaming on YouTube. So I personally turned them off, but it's weird if you're, like, not getting them and you're signed up for them. So Pokemaster did get the notification. Yeah, okay, so it's probably just YouTube being weird like it always is and only, like, half doing things, you know? I don't know, YouTube's always kind of freaky about that. Especially, like, it may have just been delayed, because the stream's only been going for, like, 5 minutes, so it may just not have refreshed for you guys. You are Android. You're our Android play. All right, official Team Pun. Yeah, I kind of figured you were the one talking about Team Pun in the Discord. Lucario Games, you're early. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it to the beginning of it. Jiban, welcome back to the stream. You're busy with school. I get that, Andrea. I'm gonna be pretty busy with school here in a few weeks. I'm glad you were able to make it in. Alright guys, so we're through. We are now through resetting the save, and we're going to be back to shiny hunting up until 5,500. We are so close to 5,500. Like, I'm still amazed that we passed 5,000 as quickly as we did, and also that we didn't get the shiny before that. By trying Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire, you could try using the RNG Reporter and Eon Time. I've never heard of those. I know in Emerald, once I do this hunt in Emerald, I'm able to, like, manipulate RNG, essentially. Like, in a way manipulate it, because I know that I have an early shiny frame. I think Filippo here, he was much luckier than I was with the starter hunt in Emerald. And then he was posting pictures of, like, yeah, it took me, like, 5 minutes to get this other shiny, just because you know that you have the frame. Is it weird that you were on YouTube when I started the live stream? Not at all. I mean, either you were waiting for it to start or you're just on. Like, I mean, it's not like it's some really weird hour, at least for me. And even then, you know, I tend to spend a lot of time on YouTube, so it's not uncommon that I check my subscriptions, watch a video in there, and then come back and there's new stuff in my subscriptions. So. You're on your phone, so lag should be reduced. Alright, Pokemaster. I'll get the Treecko this time. I hope so, Lucario Games. I hope so. Thank you, James Bauer. I spent a good bit of my afternoon working on that, because I couldn't find anything that wasn't fan art for shiny Treeckos. Like, there was no, like, actual official art, so I took the official, like, regular Treecko art and, like, spent probably a good 30 minutes of trial and error trying to get the colors right. Because, like, I tried moving, like, the slider to adjust everything, because, like, I can't just use, like, a fill bucket in paint or something, because it would remove all the shadows. Or I'd have to find each color with the shadows. So I used, like, paint.net and was trying to modify the hue, and basically it kept going from Treecko turning into, like, a tomato, just being completely dark blue, like, just by barely moving the slider. It took, like, 30 minutes of trial and error to actually get it looking right. You're trying on your computer during the stream? Awesome, Pokemaster. Zigzagoon's your first ever shiny? Nice, DJ Rages. My first shiny ever was a Ditto. With the Synchronize, you can get like 10 shinies in 30 minutes. I'll have to look at that, because like, I feel like there's payoff for this hunt, just like, if I get a shiny. Like, the payoff would be much easier shinies later on, and I intend to take a lot of advantage of that, especially with a shiny badge quest. Because while it is fun doing full odds, and it still technically is full odds that way, I don't want to spend a month between each, like, episode of a shiny hunt, or every episode of a shiny badge quest. You still owe the rolling ground on me. Still working on it. That's okay, Oscar. You want to say that tonight is a shiny, but that's very difficult. Yeah, I mean, I've had plenty of nights where I've like especially felt like, oh, this will be the night that we get it, and then we don't get it. Obviously, we haven't gotten it yet, and we haven't even gotten like a shiny Zigzagoon of any kind. But you know, eventually it'll happen. The odds are that we aren't going to go on for literally forever not getting it, especially with how often we're hunting. You know, we're getting through about 1,000 encounters a week, so while that could take several months, I hope it doesn't. And if it gets to the point that we've taken like 10,000 encounters or something, or if it's gone for multiple months, and we haven't even seen a shiny Zigzagoon yet. I'll probably switch over to like hunting something else. Just kind of like a little bit of a breather. But hopefully we can get it soon. Hopefully it doesn't resort to that. New thumbnails lit. Thank you, Pokemaster. I appreciate it. Nick M, welcome back to the stream. Your first shiny was a terrible Magikarp. Magikarp's not terrible, especially shiny. I really do like the golden like shiny for Magikarp. It looks really cool. We got a shiny Rotom from Wonder Trade in Pokemon Moon, and had a Hold Nature, which Bold Nature, okay, which is very good for Autumn. That's great, Mau Mau. I haven't done any kind of Wonder Trading, just because, like, personally, I like catching all my Pokemon. Like, that's just, it's not like something that feels like better than anything else. I'm weird like that, and I like to catch all of my Pokemon and have it consistent in the PC for the most part. And then on top of that, I always feel like I'm gonna get something really good to the point that I don't feel like it was legit, you know? Like, if I got a Mew through Wonder Trade, it's almost guaranteed that it wasn't legit. Things like that, you know? I don't want to have this doubt in my mind of, look, I have this Pokemon, but maybe I really don't. And I'm just, yeah, I didn't really even trade much at all before Gen 7. And that was mostly trading with, like, my girlfriend and stuff. Annabelle Romero, thank you for the sub. But yeah, I was mostly like trading with my girlfriend to get the version exclusives, because I got Sun and she got Moon. Kind of specifically so we could do that. Nick M, thank you for the sub. Thinking Emerald, you're only going to hunt the legendaries as you can run away from. Yeah, runaways are the most consistent way of hunting legendaries. Unless, like, you get really lucky with your shiny frame. If you've done hunts before this. Because with, like you've pointed out, I believe, and I know, the RNG in this game is messed up. So it's in just any random save to, on a whim, once you get to the legendaries, hunt for it as a shiny is nearly impossible. So, if you have a save like mine where I'm going to know I have a shiny frame, it's possible, but it depends on how long the animation for the legendary takes. Otherwise, yeah, runaways is how you have to do it. You might sound like a noob right now, but what is Wonder Trade? It is a way of trading in Pokemon where basically you both put a Pokemon out there and you don't know what the other one has. Or, like, you put the Pokemon out. And I don't actually know fully how it works because I've never used it. But basically it's a way of trading where you don't, like, see what the other person's trading you. Your Surf Deck's having Solrock. Hope I get it first. I hope you get yours too. I do hope I get mine pretty quickly though. That would be awesome. I'm ready to go hunt some Charmander. Shadow Assassin, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream. Official team, but episode 1 is taking so long. Oh yeah, for your randomizer thing, that would take a good bit. Wild Blast, still hunting the shiny Treecko. Yeah, man, we're still going. It's getting kind of crazy that we have not gotten this thing yet. But the odds are 1 in over 8,000, so it's not so outlandish that we haven't gotten it. I did kind of hope we would have gotten it before, like 4,000 or something, you know, really beat the odds. But I have seen people go up to like 40,000 for this thing, so it's not. We haven't gotten like to the point that we're super unlucky yet. I hope it doesn't get that far though. A Cubone finds a bone. Well, this is humorous. There you go, Pokemaster. Trying to join Team Pun. Marshy A, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Shadow Assassin, you are saying 55-55? We've had a few people say that. Hopefully Treecko will pop up. If we got it at 55-55, that'd be pretty cool. You gave someone a Rattata, and you got a Rattata. Well, I mean, that seems like a fair trade. You can't believe it's not butter. Pokemaster Cha, really going for joining that Team Pun. Oh, you only have a Mega Ruby, Fire Red. I think it's in Gen 6 too, Amanda. I'm just saying, I didn't deal with trading before Gen 7. So, I wouldn't have used it at all in Gen 6, but I believe Gen 6 has it. If you're still talking about, Wonder Trade. But I'm not even sure if you are. You haven't got XY or Sun and Moon, but your brother does. Okay. Yeah, so you may have just been asking about what games you had. Yeah, you trade a Pokemon, and you get a basically random Pokemon from someone. Exactly what Mau Mau said. It's essentially trading for a random Pokemon. You put something out, they put something out. Generally, it is Pokemon you don't need. A lot of people will breed Pokemon and put all of the rejects out there. Your only original shiny is a Pick-a-Peck and 16 encounters. You had some luck that day. You really did have some luck there, Mau Mau. My quickest shiny hunt that has actually been an attempt at a hunt was a young goose, which I got in like 32 encounters, which was kind of crazy. Otzi, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Winter Firebird, do I remember you? Can't believe I'm still working on this. Yeah, I do remember you, Winter, and yeah, I can't believe we're working on this still either. I didn't think this hunt was going to take over a month. I thought this hunt could take a while. I went into this with like the mindset of I'm prepared for it to take forever. You know, just kind of I'm not going to be disappointed if it takes like a week or two, essentially. And that's gone into, we've taken almost a month and a half for this now, which is really crazy. Oh geez, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Amanda joining in with the puns. Team Pun is growing by the minute. How many encounters do you think that you need for a shiny Feebas? I don't know how many encounters you would need. To get the Feebas, it would probably take about 20, assuming you're in Sun and Moon, which I think you mentioned before, Mau Mau, that you're playing in Sun and Moon. If you're playing in Emerald, or just playing in Gen 3 in general, good luck. You will take forever to get that. But if you're playing in Sun and Moon, which I think you mentioned you were because of the SOS chaining, if you walk in and out of Brooklet Hill to get to that water spot that I was talking about, and it's bubbling every time you encounter it, it should take like 20 to 25 or so to encounter Feebas. And then SOS chaining wise, I generally average at probably about like 300 encounters-ish for shinies, which isn't terrible. You won't make a pun, feel with it. Oh boy, Nick. You just can't, you just like lied in the same message, Nick. Come on. It hurts. But puns are always accepted here. Lucario Games, can you join? I believe official Team Pun has made the request that you make multiple puns to join Team Pun. There you go. He already responded to you. Winter Firebird, how do you evolve Feebas? So in earlier generations, you would level it up with Max Beauty, which I think you got through Pokeblocks, like feeding Feebas Pokeblocks. But in Sun and Moon, I know it is trading it with someone while it holds a Prism Scale. So it's still a little bit more difficult to get, but it's not too hard. It's just got to hold a certain item. And guys, I'm noticing that according to me, the stream quality is a little bit down. Does that seem to be the case for anyone? It may just be YouTube freaking out. Hopefully it's not my internet dying. Tommy Van, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Cricket95, I will never find a shiny Treecko. I hope that's not the case. I'm going to be going until pretty much I find it. Or pretty much as long as it takes until I find it. I don't know what I was trying to say in that sentence. You're playing Sun and Moon and have traded many shiny Pokemon, but only one original shiny with his personal box. There you go, Mama. Yeah, so if you're hunting for if you're hunting for Feebas, that hunt's not actually that bad. Feebas doesn't know any moves that can really mess you up. As long as you know False Swipe and some kind of move that one-hit KOs, it should go by pretty quickly. Ekin Snake and Arbok are Cobra. Yeah, that was one of those things that like blew my mind as a kid learning. Can you hack us a question? Sure, Lucario. The boys are back in town. There you go, Pokemaster. Can you evolve Feebas with Pokelocks and Sun and Moon? I don't think so. They removed I don't think Pokeblocks existed after maybe like Gen 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know they were in Gen 3 and that's the only way you could evolve it. But I think in Gen 5 they switched to that Prism Scale method because there wasn't Pokeblocks anymore. Everyone is in Team Pun now. Okay. The whole chat, Team Pun hype. Aiden Reyes, what's up? Welcome to the stream, man. Can I mimic you? Oh boy. Mimic me how? Official Team Pun, if you want to actually ask me a question, go for it, man. Swampert or Infernape Winter? I would say Swampert, personally. I've always been more a fan of grass and water types than fire types. Just partially, like, my favorite colors tend to lean more towards, like, blue and green than towards red. I'm acting so selfish. Am I, Amanda? I apologize. Did I see the picture you posted it in Discord? You got it in the 2-packs? I did see that, OGs. That was awesome, man. Emmanuel Carrillo, welcome to the stream. I can't really be put on the spot like that, Official Team Pun. I'm honestly horrible at making puns. French Fry High, what will happen to Morgan when he dies? Soul will be freed, man. Ooh, Shadow throwing the shade. He's too Goodra for Team Pun. Them's fighting words right there, Shadow. What's the worst gen? In your opinion, it's Gen 2. So, Nuno, my least favorite gen would actually be Gen 1. Mainly because of, the mechanical glitches the game had. The story in Kanto isn't bad. Kanto itself's a good region. All the Pokemon are obviously classics. But if I was to play, Kanto again, I'd play on Gen 3. Just because it's so much more polished. And I don't... Personally, I started in Gen 3, so I don't have nostalgia to the original Game Boy games. I own Pokemon Yellow. But, personally... I don't have nostalgia back to those games that, overcomes the fact that the graphics are not as good, obviously. The games obviously have many flaws, the pacing's off because there's no running shoes. If you're just trying to catch a Pokemon, the Pokeballs can straight up miss on top of breaking. All these different things are just a little bit, off-putting. To me, at least. And like I said, I don't have the nostalgia to overcome that. Exactly, Aiden. Why not make puns? Gen 5 story is awesome. Who agrees? I actually know a lot of people who think Gen 5 story was great, and I know a lot of people who hated Gen 5. Personally, I haven't played it yet. I know I really do need to. A lot of people have said I need to. I don't have any. I don't have Black and White or Black and White 2, so I can't play it currently. But in the coming months, I should be able to get a cartridge of it and play it some. If I gotta have any 3DS remakes of a Pokemon game, what would it be? In terms of a 3DS remake, I would have liked to see... Honestly, I would have liked to see Kanto on the 3DS. Just because, obviously it wouldn't be too much different. But, you know, Kanto got Fire Red, Leaf Green, so it was on the original Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance. It would have been cool to see it on something in the DS line. But they're moving on to the Switch now, so I don't think there's going to be any more remakes for the 3DS. But it would have just been cool. Even though it would have literally been the 3rd time releasing that story, it would have been a little bit cool. The Diamond Miner, thank you for the sub. And I guess as I said that, thinking about it, Kanto is available in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So it is there, but it's not technically on the 3DS. A Gun Hack Ooey, welcome to the stream. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm really bad about that. Stop making pun, please, or I have to attack you. I'm gonna flub that trying to say it. Silly Sylveon just ordered Heart Gold. Gonna do a badge quest. Wish you luck. Good luck, Silver Sylveon. I hope you get it. Or I hope you have success in yours, because I'm gonna be doing a shiny badge quest in mine as well. It's just been taking a month to get it started with hunting for this Treecko. Kevin, welcome to the stream. If Sinnoh had a longer post history, it would have been much better and didn't need a Gen 7 or Gen 6 or Gen 7 remake. Yeah, I mean, Sinnoh's not, super outdated at this point. A a lot of, like, my thing with the games is people obviously want Sinnoh remakes. Since Gen 3, we've had remakes every gen except 5, and now it's going to be 7 that we don't have one. But it kind of feels like we've gotten to the point that, like, I'm not sure. I feel like remakes are going to slow down a lot more quickly than releasing new gens are. Just because eventually, I mean, think about it, we're going to get to, like, if it keeps going this long, which Pokemon's probably never going to stop actually being made, you'll get to, like, be making Gen 13 and have Gen 11 remakes. Like, it just doesn't feel the same as it did when you had Gen 3 and Gen 1 and Gen 4 and Gen 2. Like, the gap, it's the same gap, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. Which I think is why Gen 5 had a bit of a break. So we may see it become, like, every 2 gens we get a remake or something, just so there's actually a kind of a leap in technology. Because I wouldn't, like, Sinnoh would not have benefited too much from being made again for the 3DS. Like, you would have had it in 3D, yeah, but I feel like Sinnoh's going to be made where it's on a new platform again. You know, where the UI is completely different, where it's not just porting the game and making the map in 3D. Which isn't bad. I would have still loved Sinnoh remakes, but I just think they're going to take a bit longer to happen. What do I think about the Lycanroc Dusk form? I don't mind it, Shadow. It is kind of like a mix between night and day, which makes sense. I think there's going to be a Dawn form too. I think before Sun and Moon even came out, people found evidence that it would be 4 Lycanroc forms. So I'm not surprised to hear that they made that one. It's not super exciting because it just kind of it doesn't feel new, really. It just kind of feels like almost more of a palette swap on the midday form than anything. Primal is only for Groudon and Kyogre. Yes, yeah, that was only in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Is it worth to try to get the Cube Charm glitch legit in Gen 4? It would be kind of cool to get that because I've heard it takes a little bit of luck, or like there's a little bit of luck involved with it. Like you can get an extremely good Cube Charm glitch, like the nature for it, or you can get an okay one. But that would just, like, the Cube Charm glitch is insane if you want to just be a shiny collector and you don't care about the viability of the Pokemon competitively. You're playing Pokemon Black 2 to do a Pokebank thing. Okay. To pass Pokemon's Pokemon Sun and do Wi-Fi battles. Also enjoy the old game. It's funny. It's funny you do that if you hold cartridges. Yeah, like, I need to get a copy of that. Because at some point, that's the gap I have missing is Gen 5. For moving like this Treecko up to Gen 6. Yeah, and Gen 3 went from Game Boy Advance to 3DS. Exactly, Indy. Like, moving from the DS to the 3DS doesn't seem like as big of a jump. Which starter would I wish to have a Mega Evolution? I'm not sure, Nuno. Maybe, like, honestly, one of the newer Pokemon, like Gen 7 Pokemon, just because, like, they obviously don't have them because Mega Evolutions weren't a thing in Gen 7. What is the first shiny Pokemon I ever found? Yours was a Shellos. So, Nick M, my first shiny ever was a Ditto that I hunted for in Pokemon Sun. And I had hunted for it, actually, because I wanted to get a shiny Rowlet. And in my mind, kind of like, I was like, oh, if I have a shiny parent, maybe it'll help breeding for the shiny Rowlet. Like, maybe the offspring will more likely be shiny or something. Which isn't the case. It hasn't been the case since Gen 2. But I still, at the end of the day, I still had a shiny Ditto, which was pretty cool. Amit Wise, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Mega Evolutions were a thing in Gen 7, they were post-game. That's probably it then, Pokemaster. I didn't really play post-game, or most of my post-game has been shiny hunting instead of being like any of the battling and stuff. I was kind of drawing a blank there. Welcome back, Android Play. Your first shiny was an Alolan Vulpix in 17 random encounters. Nice, Silly Sylveon. Sans the comic, what made me want to shiny hunt? So, mainly, I wanted a shiny Rowlet. Like, I'm a big collector, but to me, shinies kind of still felt a little bit out there in terms of what to get. So I wanted a shiny Rowlet, because Rowlet was, by and large, my favorite Pokemon. Like, as soon as I started messing with it, it just became astronomically more my favorite than any other Pokemon. So that's why I chose Rowlet as my starter and stuff. And then I was like, I want to breed for a Rowlet, but it was taking a while. So I was like, maybe I can increase the odds of getting a shiny if I like hunt for this Ditto. And that's why I got the Ditto. And then from there, I just kind of caught the bug, like the shiny hunting bug. It got so exciting of a thing to do, and like the payoff was so amazing that I was like, I'm gonna go for like a living shiny dex in Pokemon Sun, and I'm still working on that. I have like 93 shinies. But I decided I was gonna stream, and the only way I can stream is through a GameCube I'm borrowing from a friend, which is why I'm doing it in Emerald instead of doing it in Pokemon Sun. What if we get like some Ultra Mega Beast? Like Mega Evolutions for something like Buzzwole? That'd be crazy. Yours was a Machop random encounter. Nice, I don't know. Clorox name, thank you. I appreciate it. Your first ever shiny was the event Tapu Koko. That's okay, Julian. Yeah, I have that one too. It actually looks pretty cool. And that reminds me to say, like, if anyone hasn't gotten that Tapu Koko yet, the event is still going on for, I think, another week. So if you have not gotten the shiny Tapu Koko yet in Pokemon Sun and Moon, it's shiny locked unless you get it through this event. Alright, so I think I promised someone I would choose a girl for this one. We're still going to name ourselves Ian, just because. Why not? If there was an Alolan Lucario, he would have to have an Alolan Mega Lucario. I think that's a lot of the reason why certain Pokemon didn't get Alolan forms. It's just, they didn't, like, first off, all the Alolan forms, I think, unless I'm blanking on some of them, are Gen 1s. Like, they're all Kanto Pokemon. But I'm also wondering how much it's because they didn't want to have to make Alolan Mega forms. Like, that would just kind of, I think a lot of people would find that, or Game Freak would have to put a lot of work in for that, and I don't know if they really wanted to. Is that event a mystery gift? It is Pokemaster, so just like connect to the internet and there should be a shiny Tapu Koko to collect. What is my favorite fire-type starter? Malmouth? That would probably be Torchic. Like, in general, Hoenn starters are some of my favorite, with the exception of Rowlet being like absolute favorite Pokemon. Still waiting for shiny Tapu Bulu event. Same, French Fry High. I'm waiting for all of the Tapu. For everything that's shiny locked, I need there to be an event for it, so I can have it for my like living decks. You've heard someone glitch the game to break the shiny lock. I'm not sure if you can really break the game to get rid of the shiny lock. The way I get around it is by resetting the save like I'm doing now. What am I going to do with this Treecko? So, Julian, the plan with this Treecko is to do a shiny badge quest. Yeah, so and if you don't know what that is, it's where after every major battle, you go out and catch, or before every major battle, you go out and you catch another shiny Pokemon. So, in general, this battle will count as whatever we do before I get to the rival, for the rival fight, which happens, obviously, right after getting your shiny, or after getting your starter, which in this case will be a shiny. And then before, like, every gym battle, like, battles with Archie and Maxie and stuff. So, I didn't... Muscle memory, guys. I walked out of May's house and went up to talk to the professor, but I had to go talk to Brendan this time. But yeah, so there's going to be like a whole series done of basically a bunch of shiny hunts and some like pre-recorded little Let's Plays that go along with having this Treecko. But after all of that happens, I will be moving this Treecko all the way up to my copy of Sun or to my Pokebank account. Your first game was Platinum? Nice, Pokemaster! My first game was Fire Red, and the first game that I like played a lot of was my copy of Emerald, which is actually the same cartridge that is in the GameCube right now. This was in your recommended live shiny Treecko in Emerald after 3,196 soft resets. I wish we had gotten that lucky, Sylveon. We are unfortunately getting pretty close to doubling that, which is crazy. I hope we don't get that. I hope we don't have to go that far, but if we do, that's okay. Lucario games, have I ever failed a shiny hunt? I haven't, actually. I've been pretty lucky in that I haven't, in that I haven't run into an issue where either I don't have the Pokeballs to catch it, or it's a Pokemon that self-destructs or anything. And thankfully, at least to my knowledge, I haven't reset over any. This is my first actual soft reset hunt. Most might have been SOS chains. And for the most part, I feel pretty confident in that I haven't messed any of them up. Like, I haven't KO'd a shiny in the process of chaining. I don't know, your first game was Heart Gold? Nice! May's gonna get the shiny. May is definitely gonna get the shiny, honestly. Which would kind of be funny, you know, in the one set of 50 that we're a girl named Ian, we get the shiny. That's obviously what's gonna happen, and people are gonna be tuning in to all these other hunts like, why are you named Ian and a girl? And it's be like, I chose the girl one time, and we got the shiny that one time. Nice, Julian. That's pretty impressive. I remember when I first caught Rayquaza, like, as a little kid, I thought I got super lucky that I actually caught it in my Master Ball, because I wasn't aware that the Master Ball was like 100% guaranteed catch. I just thought it was really, really, really good odds. So I still lowered the Rayquaza all the way to almost KO'd. Oscar, you're hoping for 55-55 or earlier. Me too. I am hoping. I would hope we get it next encounter, you know? That would be pretty sweet. The full odds hunting, it feels even better. Yeah, Silly Sylveon. Like, this is my first ever full odds hunt, so it's going to be pretty interesting how it turns out. Obviously, it's already gone way longer than any other hunt I've ever done. My next longest hunt was like a 1600 long chain in Pokemon Sun. And so it was like a big milestone when we passed that number. And now look at it, we passed 5,000 2 streams ago. May you get the shiny? I may, Oscar. Mudkipson, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You see the shiny Tapu Koko event right now. Nice, Pokemaster. Glad you're able to get it before you missed it. Grunchy Games, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream. You're going with 55-32 and then 55-55. Alright, Shadow, we'll see. We've got one more save reset before 55-55. So hopefully we can actually get there. Or we definitely will get there tonight. What am I saying? We started this hunt at 54.50, so we're probably going to get to about 57.50. Maybe a little more. Probably closer to like 5,800. Nathaniel Black, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream. Celesteela or Buzzwole are your favorite Ultra Beasts. I don't know if you spelled the names right. I get you. I know which ones you're talking about, though. Yeah, my favorite might be the Guzzlord, just because of how big it is. I don't know. Kartana was pretty cool, too. You haven't completed the Alola Dex yet, and you want it completed because it would be easier for hunting. True, Mau Mau. That was my first month of playing, including my after game, was all collecting Pokemon, just so I had the full Pokedex. Emmanuel Carrillo, what's my least favorite Pokemon? I don't actually like have a least favorite. Because to me, most of the time, Pokemon are either amazing to the point that I remember them, or just kind of forgettable. Like, I never really have Pokemon that I dislike. But if I had to, like, name a group that I like the least and is kind of the most meh to me, it's kind of all those Pokemon that catch this kind of flack for being more artificial looking. The ones that get the pass are things like Magneton and whatnot. The ones that are nostalgic. But, you know, things that kind of fall into the same category of criticism as, like, Trubbish and Garbodor, where it's like, this doesn't even feel like something that could be a robotic Pokemon. It's just, those are the ones that are kind of meh to me. Shark Garcia, you failed to catch a regular Skarmory in White 2, but you've caught legendaries way easier. I get that feeling sometimes too, man. Like, you know, obviously with Sun and Moon, Ultra Beasts aren't quite the same thing. Like, there are things like Kartana and Veramosa that have extremely high catch rates and are super easy to get. And then there's, like, you know, Electabuzz, Buzzwole. All those or Electree, I think is what its name is. And yeah, Electabuzz is not what I was thinking of. Yeah, Electreve or something. I forget the name. But like those ones took me like 10 encounters to get, and then there's times where like, oh, I catch Rayquaza super quickly, or there's times where I catch Rayquaza super quickly. So it's just really weird, and legendaries feel to have this massive variety. And then there are things like Beldum that have catch rates worse than some legendaries. And Skarmory's always been awful for me too sometimes. Your brother's first shiny was a Zubat because he spent days in the Moon Cave when he saw it. He was like, "What is this?" Yeah, man. Like, I'm terrified that as a little kid I ran into a shiny and went, "Oh, that thing sparkled. It probably gives me a lot of experience," and just instant KO'd it. Like, didn't even consider catching it. Which Pokemon game do I think has the best soundtrack? I actually don't really know, because most of the time when I play Pokemon, I actually play it muted because I'm generally in public. So I feel like I am missing out on a large chunk of the games with, like, how good the soundtracks are always said to be. It's pronounced Circuitry. Yes, that's what it was. I was trying to, like, think electric in there, but you knew what I was talking about there. Thank you for correcting me. What's my favorite type and least favorite type? My favorite type's probably Dark, because that had a lot of the cooler Pokemon that I remember as a kid, things like Absol and stuff. And my least favorite typing, honestly, it's probably a very unpopular one, but Fire. Like I said, I look at Pokemon aesthetically more than competitively, and Fire Pokemon obviously tend to be red. And red is definitely lower in terms of, like, my favorite color. So a lot of the Pokemon are based in colors that I don't find as, like, good looking. So that's just my personal opinion. I don't, like, actually have much of an issue. And when I say favorite and least favorite, it's like, you know, on that spectrum I'm talking, like, favorite, least favorite. But then, you know, drop my hand all the way to the floor for how low my opinion on things go. It sparkled like red Gyarados. Let's catch it. Yeah, so, like, I didn't even... But the thing is, like, the time period I'm talking about that I would have done this in is a time period when I would have been, like... I didn't even know shinies were a thing. So I wouldn't have known to catch it. Like, I would have just been like, what's this? I wouldn't have known what a shiny was. I wouldn't have known that there were special Pokemon of any kind. I only knew that the legendary birds were really cool in Fire Red. That's all I knew. You think some games have really good soundtracks, and you really like the ones when you play Battle I'm sorry if I can't pronounce that. I'm flubbing that hard. And then the comment ran off the screen. No. But yeah, like, whenever I hear, like, a lot of the sounds, like a lot of the music, I remember it from as a kid. But the newer games, I really didn't listen with the soundtrack on, because I'd always be playing them like before a class started or something. So I'd be sitting there with it silenced, because otherwise I'd be annoying people. But, like, there are a lot of people who can name, like, oh, I love the track that plays in, you know, like, Pallet Town, or they name all these tracks, and I don't know the names of them. But if I hear them, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Pokemon. And I always love all the music that I hear from them. God plays Uncatchable Zigzagoon. Fortunately for us, Emerald is actually pretty nice about that, where Uncatchable Zigzagoon would not mean, like, haha, no shiny for you. It would mean I'm really close to the shiny. Like, I'm on its trail. Can I add your disorder for Team Pun in the next stream? What do you mean, Android? When I get a shiny, you just mind catching it with Super Balls, or you want to catch it with Pokeballs with the shiny. So Oscar, when I assume you're asking what I try to do when I find shinies. So far, every shiny I've found, I've caught in regular plain old Pokeballs. Because I like having them all consistently in the same Pokeball type, and even though obviously that's the most difficult one to do it in for the majority of Pokemon, like I can do it with Ultra Balls. I like the look of the Pokeballs better, and again, it's all aesthetics to me. Like, 99% of why I'm hunting for shiny Pokemon, which is the only difference is how they look. So for me, looks are a lot of it. I don't know, you just subscribed? Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, he means Discord. I did not know there was a Discord for Team Pun. I won't add it to the stream, but if you want to post it, like, in the memes chat on Discord, on, like, this server's Discord, then I feel free. You like watching because I look at the chat. Thank you, Julian, I appreciate it. I try my best to look at everything. I'm taking the time as, like, being as a smaller channel, and appreciating the fact that I can read like most of the messages in chat as they go by. And that's 99% of why I'm doing this. Is I could be shiny hunting by myself, sitting on my couch watching TV, but I'm doing it here so I can interact with other people who really like Pokemon and really like shiny hunting. So it'd be a waste if I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Do I like Zorak or Zora? I like both. I haven't caught either though. When you finally get the Treecko saga, well, I will do Charmander. But you have the chance to choose a Pokemon in the final of the streams, or for Ian to choose one of the 3 stars. Raphael, what are you... Did someone ask what I was doing after Treecko? Okay, so if that's what they asked, immediately after Treecko, like as soon as Treecko, like I catch Treecko, I have everything set up for me to immediately swap the stream over to a Charmander hunt stream, just so if we catch Treecko and there's more than like 30-45 minutes left in the stream, I'll be able to keep going, and it won't be like a stream cut in half or something. And then the long-term plan is to do a shiny badge quest in Emerald, which means there's going to be a lot more shiny hunts as we go forward. Yeah, but like short term is a Charmander I can hunt for in a copy of Leaf Green I own, and going into the future, I have a bunch of quests or a bunch of hunts set up and planned for Pokemon Emerald. Mud Gibson, read or you unsubscribe? Well, I read it, my friend, so glad you're sticking around. When you played Pokemon X, you got a shiny Phantump level 100 from Wonder Trade. You searched something up, and they wanted Phantump for something, and you did trade it, and now you hate yourself. Aw, man. Yeah, giving up the shiny, that kind of stinks, but personally, I'm not sure how much of shiny Phantump and Wonder Trade would have been legit, so it may have been okay to get rid of. Julian, do I like anime? You could say I like it a little bit. Nah, I'm a pretty big fan of anime. There's a bookshelf behind me that is just manga. Like, it is completely full, and all it is manga. Louise, welcome to the stream. Have I seen Ash's Rockruff evolved into the new Lycanroc form? Really? Is that what happened? Because I feel like someone at one point said that... I feel like someone said that like the anime was getting really close to almost revealing a new form of it. I'm not sure if that was in this chat or like on Reddit or something. But then they did reveal the new form on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So, it may evolve that way. I guess it may have already done so if I'm reading that comment right. What's my favorite roaming legendary? Probably Latios Latios. Michael Steck, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Favorite roaming legendary, like I said, probably Latios Latios. Of the 3 beasts, Entei. Anime is your 3rd favorite TV genre, just behind cartoons and documentaries. There you go, Pokemaster. A little bit broad of genres in your mind, like, those are pretty much just styles of shows, but whatever floats your boat. Anime is always good. Do I have any Pokemon manga there? I don't, Shadow. Again, that's kind of like the same reason I haven't actually watched, like, the anime straight through, is, it's just a lot longer than most of the things I read, and right now, I'm out of shelf space. Like, I'm out. I have enough room to get one more manga that I know is going to, like, one more volume of Nisekoi, which is releasing in September, and that's all I have room for. So I'm not, like, buying anything else yet. It's real, there are videos of it. Okay, Savitar. What's my favorite anime? Probably, like, I have 2, essentially. Like, I have my more serious, like, drama-oriented shows, and I have my more lighthearted type shows. And they're like, almost impossible to compare, like, apples and oranges type deal. So, like, in terms of, like, my more serious type shows, Erased. Erased is one of my favorite of all time. Like, it is, like, my favorite of all time. Especially in terms of the more, like, serious shows. Then in terms of the more lighthearted, like, just fun to watch, not really much of a story to follow, Idolmaster. Like, the original Idolmaster. Just because that was that's the first Idol show I ever watched. It's one of the first shows I ever watched, and it's just always kind of been cool to me. And Miki is best girl, so, yeah. Do I watch Dragon Ball Super? I actually don't watch any Dragon Ball, to be honest. it's the same kind of thing as like why I haven't watched Pokemon or Fairy Tail or One Piece or anything. It's just when I watch a show, I sit down and I watch all of the available stuff for that one show, and longer series like that are just daunting. Like it takes me having like a winter break where I don't have an internship and I can just sit at home for essentially a month with no interruptions and watch something. Aaron Burnett, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How big do you think the legendary beasts would be in real life? I don't know the exact numbers, but I feel like the Pokédex actually tells you. Have I ever played Battle Block Theater? I have not, Nick. Luis Padilla, how will I react when I get the shiny Treecko? I have no clue how I will react. Because, personally, like I said, this is the longest hunt I've ever had at this point. It's the first one I've ever streamed, and it's my first full odds hunt. So, it'll be a completely new experience for me. I'm interested to see how I react to it. It'll definitely be something that involves a lot of excitement, though. Eat and Dab 50%. I never promised I would. I know at one point I said if we get the Treecko, I might, and I think I'm going to stick to that one. You know, keep it special for people. Sup, how's it going? It's going pretty good, Yoshi Bros. Welcome back to the stream. You just got a Salamence. Nice, Julian. That's awesome. Hey, why am I playing as May? So, Game Master Matt. I remember I promised someone last stream, and I completely forgot when I did it, that I was going to do one set of 50, like one save reset as May. And now the joke is that, you know, I'm going to get the Treecko as May. Like, I'm going to end up doing the whole thing, playing as a girl named Ian, because I changed it one time out of the over 100 save resets I've done at this point. Can I put Game Boy Advance cartridges into a 3DS? You cannot, Alex Turner. The newest one you can do that on is the DS Lite. I don't even think the DSi can do it. Yeah, but 3DS can only do 3DS and DS games. May I ask how long this I'm gonna go in the stream? So for tonight, Aaron, the stream will be going until I'm suddenly battling as the stream will be going until 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And for reference, it is currently 7:52 Eastern Time. So there's about 2 hours left in the stream. If I don't say it's every day, bro, with the Disney Channel flow, I don't know what that is, but I did say it now. Can't believe I was only at 100 subs, now I'm at 300 and probably more. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how fast the channel grew. Like, honestly, as I've kind of started describing it, I'm surprised anyone really watches this. This is essentially me just publicizing my Pokemon addiction. Which is kind of crazy, and I'm glad that a lot of people like watching it. It's pretty cool. You're gonna chain for a Cutie Fly? Good luck, Julian. I hope you get it. I actually haven't gotten Cutie Fly yet. You just got done making a layout for one of your fans on your channel. Nice! Does playing as May change the statistics of getting a shiny? It doesn't, Savitar. It's just, you know, for the heck of it. Why not play as May one time? All that affects the odds are that one number that literally never changes. It's the same. It's set for my cartridge and that's it. And the trainer ID. Those are the only two things that change anything. I recommend Naruto and Shippuden and Boruto. I have I am planning on watching all those, Sylveon. It's just like I said, those are really long shows, and even though obviously any reasonable person would break it up and watch like one arc at a time, for me it'd be like I'd sit down and I'd just start watching and then watch one episode too far and start the next arc and have to watch the next arc, and suddenly it's 2 months later, I haven't watched any of the shows I'm actually trying to watch as they come out live, and like we're still only halfway through season 4. Thank you, Exxon. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can get to the stream and the luck comes through. Zayon45T, thank you for the sub. What was my first shiny? Yours was Relicanth or Rayaclath. I'm sorry if I mispronounced. I don't know if I read that right. But my first shiny was a shiny Ditto. Found it like a SOS chain for it on Mount Hokalani. Mainly because I was uninformed about how Masuda method worked, and I wanted to increase my odds of breeding for a shiny Rowlet. So I was like, if I get a shiny Ditto to be the parent, the offspring will definitely be shiny, which isn't the case at all. Or not definitely, but at least increase the odds, which isn't the case. Hasn't been the case since, like, Gen 2. So, that was just kind of an awkward little situation with catching it, but I still got a shiny Ditto out of it all, so can't complain. You beat 2 Pokemon games. Nice, Mudkipson. I actually think, if I was to be honest with myself, I've only beaten like 3 or 4. Because I beat Alpha Sapphire and Sun, obviously, and then I beat Fire Red on an emulator on my phone, and I may have beaten Emerald once, and that's it. Yes, so I am playing on a legitimate old Emerald cartridge through the Game Boy Player attachment for the GameCube. So I am sitting here with like a GameCube controller playing. Thank you, Avatar. I appreciate it. It's actually one of the like default gifts to go along with the sub counter for the program I'm using to do that. Are you the only person who doesn't have a shiny? Or no, there are probably a lot of people who don't. It's just, you're definitely going to find a much higher percentage of people who have them when you're watching a shiny hunt stream, because not many people are going to tune in to not to like watch something if like this if they don't like shiny hunting themselves. Shiny Lowe's Head, nice, Filippo. That is awesome. You've beaten 6 games. That is awesome. I need to actually go back and beat some more. I have all of Gen 6 sitting on my shelf right now. Both games for Gen 7. I have Platinum. Emerald's obviously in my game right now. I have Yellow and Leaf Green behind me on another shelf. I need to go back and beat all of them. I have Pearl somewhere in the house too. I lent it to my sister and just need to find it again. I have no excuse for not having beaten them. It's just, once I beat a Pokemon game, it's hard for me to immediately switch over while I'm still hyped to another one and start from scratch again. Welcome back, Amanda! What's the funniest mistake I've ever made in Pokemon? Your funniest mistake was forgetting to stock up on Pokeballs and forgetting to save before facing Kyogre. Oh no! So my like biggest flub that I can remember as of recently in Pokemon was battling the champion in Gen 7. I made it the whole game without blacking out in a single battle. I had only used like restores once during any of the Elite Fours, or like any of the gyms or trials even. And I got to the champion, was battling, and was like, crap, I need to use revives. I know I bought some, I'm good. And I looked in the bag and I didn't see them, and I was like, crap, I guess I can't use revives in this battle for some reason, that's stupid. So I fainted, and then I realized that it split the inventory section I was looking at into 2 separate pockets when you were in battle. So I just didn't see the revives because they were on a different page, and that's why I lost, is because I couldn't menu good. Alright, see you later, Louise. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Have I tried chaining in Diamond Pearl Platinum? I haven't yet, Oscar. I haven't made it far enough in any Gen 4 games to chain properly. Like, I don't have a Poké Radar. So I need to do that at some point. I am playing through Platinum now, so hopefully at some point in the future I can do that. I'd like to do it on stream, I just need a way to capture DS footage. What do I want for my next shiny? I don't know. My next shiny will be a shiny Charmander hunt in Pokemon Leaf Green. Just because that's going to be the easiest one to switch to instantly after finishing up Treecko. And then I don't know what the next one will be because I'm not sure if I can actually control what shinies I run into during my badge quest. It may just be some generic shiny hunting in Pokemon Emerald. Alright, see you later, Mudkipson. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Alright, see you later, French Fry High. Glad you guys could all stop by. If you don't talk, it's because you're playing Omega Ruby and finishing Fire Red. That's alright, Amanda. I'm just glad that you are here. What's my favorite Pokemon movie? I can't remember the name, but I think it was like, what, Pikachu, I Choose You? Like, one of the movies back from the actual original days. Because I haven't watched Pokemon much recently at all. Mostly I'm more into the games than anything. And guys, we're at encounter 5550, so we're going to do one more encounter as May here before we go back and switch the save again. So it was whatever, like, essentially, I think it was almost like a summary movie of like the Indigo League. I don't really remember. It's been so long, and I haven't watched Pokemon recently, so I don't remember any of the recent movies, to be honest. What do I think of the shippings in the Pokemon anime? I haven't watched any of the recent anime, so I don't really have an opinion on that. Can't believe I went through 5,500 encounters, and we thought it would have been 3,000. Yeah, no, there were people... I remember back when we first started doing the guessing, and people were talking in the realm of, like we were talking you know, 1,500 encounters or something, and here we are 4,000 past that, and still no shiny. You're not talking because you're in the Discord? That's alright, Android Play. Alright, see you later. This is not an advertisement, really, trust me. Thanks for tuning in this stream, and I hope to see you again. Why do I like shiny hunting? It's fun, but why did I get into it? So, JJ Perez, the reason I originally got into shiny hunting was I'm a big, like, completionist in terms of a lot of stuff. And I've never actually completed the Pokédex, which is kind of crazy, personally. So I completed the Pokédex in Sun, and I wanted a Rowlet. Like, I wanted a shiny Rowlet. I already had a Rowlet, it was my starter. But I wanted a shiny Rowlet, so I decided I was going to breed for it. That took a long time, and I never got it. So I was like, I gotta change this up somehow. I wasn't Masuda methoding, and I was like, maybe I can get it. Maybe if I switch the Ditto I have out with a shiny Ditto, you know, maybe the odds are increased with the parent shiny. And so, you know, I hunted for the Ditto. That's the story for my first shiny. You know, I got the Ditto and stuff. But the thing is, once I got that Ditto, even though it wasn't the Rowlet I wanted, that hunt had just been so exhilarating. And when the Ditto finally popped up, and I actually caught it, and I had it in the Pokeball and saved the game, it was the most exciting moment I had ever had in Pokemon. And I just instantly, I had caught the shiny hunting bug. And from there, I spent like all of last semester of college, every free moment I had, any moment I could have my 3DS in my hands, I spent shiny hunting. I racked up like 850 hours in Pokemon Sun before I started these streams, and I've been shiny hunting on the streams. Alright, gonna go watch my anime. Alright, Lucario Games, see you later. Thanks for stopping by the stream. So, Jeremy revealed, what am I doing about Emerald's bugged RNG? So what I'm doing right now is what I'm doing about it. If I reset the save, I get a new trainer ID, which essentially refreshes the RNG. Oscar, do I play Kirby? I actually haven't played much Kirby. I've played it a couple times at like friends' houses and stuff, but I don't own any Kirby games. You completed the National Dex, all 801. It took so long. I can imagine it did, especially getting any Pokemon from games that you did not own, and getting Pokemon that are like event exclusive. Shiny Treecko is only going to appear when my trainer ID is lower than the number of encounters. So see me in a few years. Oh boy, I hope that's not the case, Leonard Daniel. That would be awful. What is my trainer ID, actually? Well, hopefully we don't have to go to encounter number 42,000. Hopefully we can get it quicker than that. Yeah, Scaff, over 5,500 RIP. And also, Scaff, welcome back to the stream. If you hatched a shiny Rowlet and offered it, trade it with me, would I accept it? I wouldn't, OGs, because, you know, you have it. I've hatched plenty now, because I started Masuda methoding. Yeah, I have all the starters and all their evolutionary forms in my PC as shiny. So, I don't have a need for it right now. I appreciate the offer, though. The shiny Ditto transform into shiny Pokemon? It actually doesn't, Savitar. It takes on the exact form of whatever Pokemon is there. And I can tell you that because in my shiny Ditto hunt, I got super excited when the Ditto popped out, and immediately switched to my Decidueye to false swipe it, when I did not need to at all. I had a Garbodor, and it knew false swipe, and it had Substitute, so nothing could actually, like, it couldn't transform into anything, and so instead, I threw out my Decidueye, it transformed into a regular Decidueye, and then became Ghost type, and I couldn't false swipe it, and I had to risk almost KOing it just to throw Pokeballs at it, because suddenly it had the stats of a level 100 Decidueye. So that was part of the excitement, but most of the excitement was catching the shiny itself. Alright, see you later, Mau. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I don't know, what will my next stream be about? What will the next stream be about? It will still be shiny Treecko hunting if we haven't caught the shiny Treecko. If we have caught the shiny Treecko, it'll be a shiny Charmander hunt. And when it will be on Thursday. Like, today's Monday, so not tomorrow or the day after, but Thursday we will hunt for more shiny Pokemon. Battle Tree is hard, agreed, Yoshi Bros. Battle Tree was like the bane of my existence when I needed to get battle points for another upgrade to get a second Porygon too. So I agree, Battle Royale is worse though, in my opinion. You're shiny hunting for an Oshawott. Good luck, Benjamin. I hope you get it. Filippo, 60 views. I know, it's crazy. Normally we get like 24 and we peak out at maybe like 40 views, but we hit 70 views a few minutes ago, and that's just insane, guys. Alright, see you later, Mal. Thanks for the wish of luck. Joao Pedro, welcome to the stream. Once I'm done with the Shiny Badge quest and Charmander, can I do a Soul Link? Maybe. I don't have plans for that far out yet, to be honest, because I don't expect those plans to run out anytime soon. Diamond Drago, MMOs, thank you for the sub. Do I name my Pokemon Sevitar? Historically I haven't, like, in all of my personal games, I generally don't, because I'm not the most creative person. But if we're gonna do these streams publicly, it's gonna be more fun to name it and stuff. So, I've said this a few times, and I'll say it again, because I haven't this stream yet. In Pokemon, in, like, all my streams, the default name for this current Treecko is Corndog. Like, that's gonna be the nickname. Daria Saven, thank you for the sub. So, like, default, if there's no other name, it's going to be Corndog. And the way for there to be another name is if someone guesses the exact number that we encountered the shiny on, and they are still in the chat and they have an appropriate name, they get to name the shiny. But otherwise, it's going to be Corndog. And that's why you'll see people guessing numbers most of the time. And guys, we're on encounter 5555. Will Treecko be shiny? That would be so hype if this encounter was shiny. So today you got a shiny Rufflet. Nice, Diego! JJ Perez, thank you for the sub. Alright, but unfortunately 5555 wasn't shiny. Benjamin Ray Hanian, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you for the sub. You've calculated my shiny frames for my trainer ID, and they are closest. The closest are those frames. I don't know if you can actually calculate the frames before you have a shiny, because I think it depends on. I think each Emerald cartridge has a different hidden value that it starts with. So once I have this Treecko, I can calculate all my frames, but I don't think I can calculate it using other people's cartridges. Alright, this is not an advertisement, really trust me. 5565, we'll see. We're only, 10 encounters away. Lime soda or soda pop? Don't know if there's supposed to be, like, specific types, but Sprite, which is essentially lime soda, is probably, like, my go-to generally. More because it's caffeine-free than anything, but still one of my favorites. As always, too late for you. Good luck. Alright. If you're getting off, I think, Nunos, thank you for the wish of good luck. Thank you for tuning in the stream, and I hope to see you again. You know what helped through the battle tree? A Mega Gyarados with a good moveset. That would do it, yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty much incompetent when it comes to competitive, so I just kind of go into the battle tree with the team that I use to beat the story, and that doesn't work. Surprisingly enough, going through the battle tree with no composition of a coherent team that doesn't work at all. An Umbreon, an Espeon, and a Decidueye get kind of wrecked. And just for all these new people who are tuning in, which is crazy, just so you guys know, I try to keep the chat PG, so if you see messages deleted, it's probably because they aren't, like, age appropriate, because I try to keep these streams, like, rated the same as a Pokemon game. So anyone who likes Pokemon can feel free to watch. Cosmic Angel, good luck. Thank you. I appreciate it. Jack Dufresne, you love my videos. That's awesome. I really appreciate it and love hearing that. And I'm glad you guys like them, because I like making these, and it's always cool seeing other people who like the same kind of stuff as I do. Siege Man, thank you for the good luck wish. Name the Treecko Rayquaza. If you guess the encounter number then you can name it. Shadow 167, welcome to the stream. You have a question, how many shiny Zigzagoons have I found? I haven't found any yet, Cosmic Angel. We have not seen a single shiny in any of these 5,000 encounters, which is getting crazy. Someone a while back did the math and determined that we are at about the halfway point. We're at about the point where there's a 50-50% chance of seeing a shiny before this or not. And we haven't seen any shinies yet, which is just insane. 5629 is your guess for today? Alright, Trevor, we will see that one tonight, so Hopefully that's the one. You subbed me. Can I give your Insta a shout out? It's Irving.Ellie. There you go. Or Irving.Eli, I think is what it was supposed to be. Jeremy revealed, what is my least favorite shiny? So I'm a big shiny hunter, but there's 800 and something shinies, so it's kind of hard to know all of them. So I'll give examples of my least favorite kinds of shinies, but my least favorite kinds of shinies are the ones where it doesn't change much, you know? Things like Pikachu and Gengar, where it's not even like a swap or mix of colors, it's just like turn the saturation up on the Pokemon, you know? Things like Happiny, where when it gets called in SOS, you have to watch it because depending on the time of day, they could look like a shiny if they are, and they cannot look like a shiny if they are. You have to watch and see if it sparkles when it pops in. Otherwise, you have no frame of reference. Those are the kinds of shinies I don't like. A shiny Rattata appears for you and you don't have any Pokeballs. Oh no, Joao! That stinks. Uncatchable shinies are the worst because they just are like laughing in your face. Name my Treecko the number I found it on. Ooh. If someone guessed the number and was like, I want it named that number, just as a trophy and a testament to how long this hunt took, that'd be pretty cool. Gengar Mega though, exactly, Eli. Eli. That is why Gengar is one of my favorite Megas. Just because the shiny redeems itself. It completely redeems itself. It's already a cool design in terms of Gengar's Mega. But it redeems itself so much because it's like, look, suddenly it's actually different and it's actually like cool looking. Can I give your Instagram a shout out too? It's the Luxurious Luxray. Sure. I mean, I guess if you say them in chat, if I ignore them, it's probably not me like not wanting to say it. It's just gonna be a matter of if it scrolls past. Name it Pun Isjur, just because of all the puns. I don't actually. Will that name be too long? Do I want to Soul Link with you? I don't actually know what a Soul Link is, Eli, and like I said a little earlier, it would be a while before I get around to doing much of anything in terms of Pokemon aside from my Shiny Badge quest, just because I kind of want to do all of that at once. You subbed. Thank you, Bacon Man. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. 5574, name it Geico. All right, Cosmic Angel. And Bacon Man, thank you for the sub. 6437, your guess, and name it Blue Tree. All right, Yoshi Bros. We'll see. You found a shiny Thundurus, and you one-hit KO it. Oh no, JJ. That stinks. That's why I always... Shiny Team's main component for shiny hunting is False Swipe. The face when you guessed and told me the name and the number before and it got ignored. Did you guess, Cindy? I didn't see. Like, it's actually going by too fast. Grinchy Games, can you have a YouTube shout out? There you go, Grinchy Games. Draken Ravager, you subbed. Can you have a shout out, please? Inspired you to start your own channel. Really, Draken Ravager, that is awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. That's really cool because I just, I still feel like really small and like a dude that's just like talking to the computer while I'm playing Pokemon and shiny hunting. But it's awesome hearing that like I inspired you. That's really cool. Cars about if I soft reset it, that would stink. Thankfully, though, Emerald is a little bit more forgiving because the messed up RNG is a little bit of a safety net in that sense. Where essentially I can recreate the shiny if I get the timing right again. You're feeling good today. You say we'll get the shiny before the stream ends. I hope so, Flooper. It does feel like a pretty good day for this stream. It's like the most viewership we've ever had. It would be so hype if we got it today. We just passed 55 too. Like, it would have been awesome if we got it today. That would have been, like, the best. Can I show you your Instagram? It's Turtles Are Cool. You subbed. Thank you for the sub. I guess it didn't appear. I know. So if anyone, like, actually subs and wonders why it doesn't pop up, I had the same thoughts when I subbed to some streamers and it didn't show up. It's your privacy settings on YouTube where I don't share my subscriptions with people, so... like, the app that I'm using to do it can't see if you subbed or not. Like, that's the only reason. So, if you ever get confused as to why some show up and some don't, that's why. Just pray to all the Pokegods. Bidoof, Lord Helix, Arceus, please give me this shiny Treecko. You're going to start recording videos on your channel soon. Awesome, Bacon Man. In order to talk to Helix, to give Ian a Treecko, we must do the ritual of 1,000 generations. Oh boy, Pokemaster. You remember watching my second stream and subbing you back when I had like 22 to 24 subs? Yeah, I remember you from back then. I remember on the first stream that you were on, I called you Genji Games at first. I'm the first live shiny that you've watched, then if I'm the first shiny, like live shiny to appear that you've watched, you'll sub. All right, hopefully we can get that shiny then, man. You know, for as many shiny hunts as I've watched, I've only seen maybe like 7 or 8 actual live shinies. Most of the time when I'd like tune in and they don't get it the entire stream when I watch the whole stream, or I tune in and they are just like looking at it right before they call it a day. Like they caught it and they're like, alright guys, this is really cool, let's mess with it real quick in Pokemon Refresh. And then they call it a day and it's like, dang, I missed it. Mr. Teddy, welcome to the stream. Green Gaming 110, thank you for the sub. What should you shiny hunt on your stream? Well, depends on what Pokemon game you have and how you can record it. I guess you have an emulator that makes it a little bit easier, but realistically, most of the games that you can chain in, like really chain in, are the newer games, and if you don't have a 3DS capture card for that, I don't know what you would hunt for besides starters, so I'd really need to know what game you're hunting in to give you any kind of suggestions. Char3640, welcome to the stream, and Royal Orange, thank you for the sub. Bidoof is the true Pokegod, especially if you look at Pokemon Rusty as canon. Alright, see you later, Josh Bros. Thanks for tuning into the streams. Good to see you again. 5575 and name Rickroller. Alright, well, we're about to see right now. Unfortunately, it wasn't shiny, so we're going to keep going here. Time to hunt for Dex for Charm. About 60-70% done with Alola. And Johnny Capoli, thank you for the sub. I think I read that right. It was scrolling away as I saw it, so I'm going to check it again real quick. Johnny Copley, thank you for the sub. Yeah. And Chew Jackie, thank you for the sub as well. Rafa Zeller, welcome to the stream. Jeremy revealed, what am I playing on? So I am playing on a GameCube, actually. There's the Game Boy Player attachment, so I have a legit cartridge of Emerald in there, and I was using a GameCube controller and then capturing the footage that would be going to a TV and running it through my computer. Legendary Gamer, thank you for the sub. Sub to your channel because you subbed to mine. I'll check your channel out. I don't just like sub to random people because they ask me to, just because then I'd end up with literally everyone in chat asking me to, and you know, subscriptions are for videos that are like a way that I don't even sub to channels that I watch every video for sometimes. It's just the ones that I make sure that I watch. I have like maybe 10 subscriptions, I think. 5600 and name it Rickroller. Alright, we'll see. We're getting pretty close to 5600, so we'll see pretty soon. I did say your name right. Awesome! Cosmic Angel, you subbed. Thank you, I appreciate it. Just follow all of the Pokegods. That way you can't be on the wrong path. Son, and you have putting a webcam on your screen. Alright. I've seen people do some actually pretty legit setups like that, where they kind of mount the camera to the screen so they don't have to worry about moving it around. So if that works for you, if you can I guess then you can SOS chain. Depends on what you have and what you really want. Some easier hunts are things like, obviously, Yungoos. And most of the Pokemon in the first half of the game that don't know moves that can hurt themselves or confuse you. Your SOS chain for Bagon, 500 and counting. You're almost giving up, but I'm almost at 5600. Yeah, those are completely on different levels, though. I mean, you were, like, I've had hunts go up to, like, 1600 in Pokemon Sun, and those feel like long hunts. Then there's this, which is just, this is the first time that, like, shiny hunting has actually tested, like, my patience. And this is, like, the only reason I'm still doing this is because I stream it, like, for 3-hour periods, and then I take breaks for, like, 2 days. But yeah, 500 encounters, that is kind of high for Sun and Moon, so I hope you get it soon, man. My Bagon, I had one Bagon take pretty long, I think. Yeah, this game for the Game Boy, awesome, Legendary Gamer. I have it for the Game Boy as well too. I'm actually playing like the original cartridge I had from when I was a little kid. True Jackie, why not go for shiny Torchic? Personally, I like shiny Treecko more. So that's the main reason why I'm going for Treecko. But what I have been doing is at the end of the streams, I'll like do one Mudkip encounter and one Treecko encounter. So last stream I did a Mudkip, so this stream we'll be doing one Torchic. I think I may have said Treecko earlier, but I'm doing one Torchic hunt right at the end of the stream. Who knows Nugget from kindergarten? I only know him because of the one game theory video I watched. 5665 and call it I am shiny. Alright, Oscar. SageFan34, thank you for the sub. Devontae Gooden, sorry you're late. That's okay. Leandro Mardesich, thank you for the sub. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Why no Mudkips? Mainly because of Mudkip's massive disadvantage to Treecko. Like, that's my one reason, is just like flashbacks to when I did use Mudkip as a starter, and I got caught off guard by May twice and got wrecked. Ian Pokemonsta, thank you for the sub. Can I hunt in Emerald on an Emerald? I would assume you want to, or you're trying to say on an emulator. You want to hunt for Mudkip? Yes, you can. You're gonna run into the same like RNG issues I am, but assuming you get a normal like unmodified ROM of Emerald, you wouldn't have any issues with hunting for it. The true god is the Lord Rowlet. Agreed. Sage fan, you just subscribed. I noticed. Thank you for the sub. Lone Wolf Pool, thank you. Or not thank. Welcome to the stream. I've said thank you for the sub so many times, and that's suddenly replaced welcome to the stream as my go-to. But again, Lone Wolf Pool, welcome to the stream. Alright, 5601. Alright, Carson Power, we'll see. Your favorite Pokemon is Chimchar or Heracross. Nice. Yeah, my favorite, like I said, is Rowlet. And my favorite, besides Rowlet, is Ralts. Welcome back, Game Master Matt. Tell him to join Team Pun, please. Yeah, so Android Play has his own little thing called Team Pun, where basically if you can say enough puns in Pokemon, or enough puns in the chat fast enough, you're part of Team Pun. I'm not even part of it. It's pretty exclusive. I'm also just terrible at puns. Have I tried the tweaking glitch in Diamond Pearl Platinum? I haven't, because I don't need those Pokemon until I get far enough, and then I've gotten far enough, I don't want to risk corrupting my save for them. You might hunt in Moon Emerald. It's a 1 in 100 chance, apparently. Yeah, a lot of the ROM hacks make it a lot more likely to get shinies, which can be exciting, because, you know, that way you're more likely to have kind of cool encounters while you're doing a regular playthrough without intentionally going out of the way for it. Yeah, the odds in the normal games are 1 in 8,192, and by, like, but that's only the case up until Gen 6. Gen 6 dropped those odds down to 1 in 4,096. So this is like one of the few games that also in Emerald there's no way to chain. Like Gen 4 introduced Poker Radar as a way to chain for shinies. So in Emerald it literally is a 1 in 8,000, like 1 in 8,000 odds the whole time. Floyd Lovato, thank you for the sub. And yeah, that's part of why this hunt has gone on this far, and I'm not really surprised because we're still technically beating the odds if we run into it now. Still in Petalburg Woods, trying to get any shiny. Yeah, they can take a while. Hey, welcome back to the stream again. Again, can't read Korean, so I apologize if I can't say your name. What's up? Not much, man. Just hunting for some shinies still. Haven't seen any shinies, be it a Zigzagoon or a reset over Treecko. So we're still resetting saves here. Have I done the glitch in Diamond and Pearl? Oh, you have done the glitch in Diamond and Pearl, but crashed everything. Yeah, I know it's really likely that it crashes your game, but I've also heard there's a chance that it completely corrupts the save, and I don't want to risk that if I have a completed game on the save. You're liking this video? Thank you, Gabriel! Lone Wolf Pool, is this on Twitch? It is not. It's only on YouTube, and that is because YouTube's a lot more convenient for archiving videos, as well as, like, I could try to do both at the same time, but my computer might not like that, and it'd be hard to follow two chats. So I just do it on YouTube, so overall it's just a little bit easier of an experience for me. Tell them about the Discord you sent in your Discord. So, Android Play is mentioning a Discord. He has his own that he posted in mine, a link to. But for those of you who want to join either of those, there's a link to mine in the description of this video, and if a mod could post it in the chat, it's basically a place, you know, if you don't know what Discord is, it's like kind of like a messaging app, kind of like it's basically kind of like a Skype, but more of a community type deal than just one-on-one, and, you know, it's a place for us to talk outside of the streams, as well as if, you know, there's this last-minute cancellation, or one day I had my internet go down. It's a way for me to, like, you know, notify you guys of things about the streams. So if you guys are interested, there's a link in the description for you to join. It's an open invitation to all. What is the easiest way to get shinies on Soul Silver? So in Heart Gold Soul Silver, there is, for starters specifically, there's, you know, the fact that Heart Gold Soul Silver are the only games in Pokemon to do the thing where you can actually see if the Pokemon's shiny before you select it. So you have a 3 times multiplier on your odds of getting a shiny in terms of soft resetting at start for shinies in Heart Gold Soul Silver, as well as Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I believe, also have Poke Radar, because that's the first time they added it in Gen 4 was the first time they added methods of chaining. Yellow Melon, you sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. Gabriel, have I gotten the shiny yet? I haven't. Still going for it. It's crazy, though. Like, you see the number. We're about to pass 5,600, as well as, like, it's been going for over a month now. Almost, like, a month and a half of, like, streams, which is crazy. You might shiny hunt in Moon Emerald. Good luck, Green Gaming. Explanation of shiny Pokemon. In the game's code, there's value generated from each encounter 0 to 65 or 65,535. If the value is less than 8, the Pokemon is shiny. Yes. And if you're looking at Gens 6 and 7, it's shiny if the number is less than 16. BDog182, thank you for the sub. And more about that number, and the reason Emerald is glitched, is that number is generated with this random number in the background. 76ers Nation, thank you for the sub. That number is generated in the background along with using a random number and your trainer ID, and that random number in every game except Emerald is truly random. In Emerald, that number starts out as the same number every time you start the game. So the RNG engine just keeps producing the same numbers because it's just a math formula. So for it to be like legal math, it creates Jeremy Revealed, thank you for the sub. So for it to be legal math, if you put one number into a math problem, the same number comes out of the other side. So it's like the odds aren't random anymore in Emerald, which is why I had to change the trainer ID, because that's another part of that whole math. Lone Frog, what emulator am I using? I'm actually not using an emulator. It's a legitimate cartridge of Emerald in a Game Boy player, which is a GameCube attachment. So I'm sitting here with a GameCube controller playing Pokemon. How am I shiny hunting? Isn't Emerald's RNG broken? So that's kind of what I just explained, GC Lemon, that you can change the trainer ID and it accounts for the RNG being broken in a way. Because, like, yeah, Emerald's RNG is broken so that you may not be able to get shiny frames at all and not be able to encounter a shiny for, like, a minute and a half in your game or something, which means, you know, there's no way you're going to actually soft reset for a Pokemon. So if you're timing within 1/60th of a second and you have a try every minute, like, that would get us maybe 100 encounters a stream, which would be insane. So what you can do to counteract that is every once in a while change your trainer ID, which means doing a full reset of the game, which we're actually really close to. I do it every 50, so we're going to see that here in about 3 encounters, where basically then you get new shiny frames. So you might have a shiny frame that's a lot closer to the start of the game, and that'll be signaled by getting a shiny, either be it the Zigzagoon or the Treecko, which is why Emerald is the one time that this Zigzagoon, this uncatchable Zigzagoon being shiny, is a good thing. Do I play Overwatch? Not regularly, but I own it. I play it with friends on occasion. J-Lord, does this game hate me? I don't think so. At this point, it's still early enough, relatively early enough that it's just kind of bad luck. It's not terrible luck, though. If we get the Pokemon now, we are still technically beating the odds. So, you know, like I said, I've seen people go up to 40,000 soft resets in Sapphire. So, it could be a lot worse. Pokemon Extreme, shout out. There you go. Is selling Pokemon even legal? What do you mean by selling Pokemon? Like selling the games to other people? Because it would be. Or if you mean like selling... If you mean selling like Pokemon, like trade me some random Pokemon and $5 for me to trade you this shiny thing, that's like a massive scam. Because 99% of the time those people have gen the Pokemon, so they aren't like legit Pokemon. And it's essentially a scam at that point. 5600 for Mudkip. Oh boy, if we had gotten it on 5600 and it had been named Mudkip, that would have been hilarious. What's up, Akuma? Welcome to the stream. You give it 5700. We'll see, Cellular Gamer. We'll see. We're probably gonna get to about 5750, maybe. Maybe 5800. Depends on how fast we get through this next half of the stream. So there's about an hour and a half left, and I tend to get through like 100 encounters an hour. Come on for Mudkip. I mean, 5600 wasn't shiny, unfortunately. Sky High Alakazam, thank you for the sub. 6500, alright, we'll see. We aren't going to be going that long tonight. Hopefully we can get it before 6500, though. Has anybody noticed you because you downloaded Discord? Well, so did you join the Discord figure gaming? That is awesome. The more the merrier there, I say. It's always fun being able to talk to you guys some outside of the streams. Juicy Lemon, Mudkip is your favorite Gen 3 starter. Nice! Mine is personally Treecko. At first it was Mudkip, but then I kind of learned about typing a bit more, and... Because when I originally played these games, I didn't know Pokemon at all. Like, I had no clue what the typing was, and I honestly thought super effective and not very effective was like a random thing, or something based off the power of a move. I didn't think the typing mattered whatsoever. But so as soon as I learned that Mudkip was like 4 times weak to Treecko, I was like, I'm not going to deal with May's Grovyle ever again. So May gets a Torchic and Blaziken now. Alright, see you later. This is not an advertisement, really, trust me. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Lucas, Team Awesomecraft, welcome back to the stream. Chinese characters that I can't read. EX, you say 6320, alright. We aren't going to get that far tonight, though, but hopefully we can get it before then, but if we don't, at least that would be before 10,000. Like, that's my baseline. It's if we get it before 10,000, I'm good. If we get it before 8,000, I'm really happy. Wait, what's the Discord? So, Cellular Gamer, there's a link to a Discord server in the description, which is one that I set up for anyone who's in this chat and wants to talk outside of the 3 hours every few days that I stream. It's open to anyone. The link should still be good. It shouldn't ever expire. And you should be able to join and just chat with people. Lucas, dude, I'm patient. Yeah, this is my longest hunt, and it's definitely the one that has tested my patience for, like, the first time ever. Even hunts that have taken a week I've been okay with, but this has been a month and a half of hunting, which is just crazy. So as well as me trying to keep the chat PG, I would ask you guys keep, like, spam to a minimum. Sorry guys, I'm just removing a bunch of, like, spam messages that are all the same thing. You never really understood why with these shiny hunting videos. So Akuma, for me personally, it's just, I'm a collector. That's why I do it, is I like having these, like, rare and special Pokemon. And the hunt is part of the thrill, as well as, at the end of the day, when we get it, the payoff is so exciting and so rewarding to me that all this wait is worth it. Akuma Angelo, thank you for the sub. Reno S, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Juicy Lemon, it was kind of obvious. I was literally removing the messages as I said it. Your least favorite Pokemon is Surskit. Alright. Like I've said in the past, like, I don't have a least favorite Pokemon. I just have, like, a group of Pokemon that I kind of feel are meh. But, like, I don't have any Pokemon I hate. I just have Pokemon that I love. Like, I've never been a really critical person on things. There are very few things I, like, hold a negative opinion on. Like, most things I either love it or I'm in the middle of the road on. To me, personally, it just feels like it makes things more enjoyable. To not be like, oh, this is... Like, I'm not spending all my time critiquing something. What game am I playing? Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald? I am playing Emerald right now. It does unfortunately have some busted RNG, but once we get through this one hunt that it affects, it will actually make things easier, as well as this game has all 3 of the weather trio, which I want because they are shiny locked in the new games. You joined the Discord? Awesome, Cellular Gamer. I appreciate it. Reno S, shout out, and how do you donate? There's actually a link to donate in the description. It's through PayPal. But like it says, any donations will pop up on the stream. I'm awesome for streaming this. Also, your Pokemon is level 70. Nice, Legendary Gamer. I have... Very few Pokemon have I ever leveled up beyond, like, level 60. You know, enough to get through the Elite Four, and that's good. But then I have my, like, shiny hunting team, which has just been through so many battles with experience share on that they're all level 100 now. Team leaders' aces are your least favorite Pokemon. Ah. Yeah, like my least favorite are things that kind of go in the realm of things like Trubbish, where it's like, you know, it's not even robotically possible as a Pokemon. It's just, it's like one of those more artificial types of Pokemon. It's just kind of, it feels like less of a natural and design. It's just because it's so jarring in Pokemon. It's not even a bad design. It's just jarring to see it. Even things like, you know, Magnemite, it's like, oh, it can be like a robot or whatnot, and that'd be kind of cool. Ever Rodriguez, welcome to the stream. I've never asked, is this an emulator or physical copy? As Cosmic Angel said, it is a physical copy. It's my, like, old, like, it is the Emerald cartridge I've had since I was a little kid. And I'm playing it through a GameCube. I actually had to replace the battery in it before I could even start streaming with it, because otherwise every soft reset would start with the internal battery has run dry. Do I have a favorite champion theme song? So I actually mentioned soundtracks earlier in the stream. I don't have many favorites when it comes to songs, because I play the game on mute most of the time, because I'm always playing in public. Like, I'm either playing, like, at school, or I'm playing, like, on vacation with my family in the car or something, and I'll have headphones in listening to, like, music off my phone, but I won't have headphones in playing Pokemon. So I don't really know all the songs, and even the ones I do know, I can't actually link to anything. Also, Jacob Reyes, welcome back to the stream. I appreciate it. I spent a good bit of the afternoon working on it. Thanks for reading everyone's comments. JJ Perez, I try to. I know I'm missing more than usual, but that's because this stream has, like, 6 times as many viewers as I normally have, which is crazy. It's not, I'm not complaining or anything, that's awesome. It's just kind of, like, having so much time to read the chat is nice, and it lets me read all the comments, because that way I feel like I'm interacting and a lot closer to all of you guys. You lost your original copy of Emerald 10 years ago. Yeah, I lost my Sapphire and Fire Red somewhere, which I was kind of devastated to learn that. So I was trying to, like, give one to my friend, because he's never played Pokemon. I was like, you need to play Pokemon. I'll give you my Game Boy, I'll give you a copy of Pokemon, and you'll play it. But the only one I found was Emerald, and I was kind of like, I'm going to keep this one. But if I had found my copy of Fire Red, I would have been like, dude, play this now. It's like, play this right now. You're at my house. I'm locking the door. You're not leaving until you at least get to, like, Gym 2. I should try listening to at least the Gym Leaders, Legendaries, and Elite 4 plus Champions. I will definitely have to do that, especially with this playthrough I will. But yeah, that was just something that always, when I played Pokemon, it was kind of, I binged the game as something to do when, like, there was nothing else to do. At least when I was a little kid. So I always had the music turned down. And then more recently, it's generally been I play Pokemon all the time. So I do other things while I play Pokemon, so I don't focus on the music anymore. Is Groudon, Kyogre, and... yeah, so the Weather Trio is Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. The other trio in the game is the Reggies. The other ones you're talking about, I think, are Gen 5. I got the 360 subs. That's crazy. That's like 50 subs in this one stream, which is awesome. What was my very first level 100? That's probably my Sceptile from Alpha Sapphire. It's very rare what Pokemon I get up to level 100, but it would have been like Sceptile from Alpha Sapphire, and then, like I said, my shiny hunting team, which is really just a Decidueye and a Smeargle with the rest of my team from finishing the game on it. So I have a level 100 Decidueye, Espeon, Umbreon, Solgaleo, and I think Smeargle's actually only like level 90 right now. Because I'm hunting like level 10, so it's really hard to level up when they're already like at the top of the levels. They go up like 2 experience each time. You're subbing back to anyone who subs and comments. Oh. Tank Dempsey, thank you for the sub. Fabrio Papiro, welcome to the stream. Why am I going for this? It's just, I'm a shiny hunter. This is what I love, and I know that the payoff from this is going to be awesome. Is why I'm doing it. Sadly, you've never had a level 100. Yeah, they're kind of hard to get to, especially once you get the post game and you stop getting higher level wild Pokemon to encounter. Eventually, it just becomes a matter of running the Elite Four a bunch of times with your team that slowly starts to just dominate them with no issue. Tymek Toporowski, thank you for the sub. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Your very first level 100 was Zoroark. Nice Lone Wolf Pool. Freezing Wheezing, thank you for the sub. Sorry I missed the last stream. That's alright, Bailey. We all have things we have to do. I get it. I even missed some of my own streams. You subbed. Thank you, Juicy Lemon. Owen with you. Welcome to the stream. Your level 100 was because you was new at Pokemon. So like you just leveled up that one Pokemon. I remember those days where I tried to run the entire game of Fire Red with a Blastoise until I got a Zapdos, and then I tried to run the whole game with a Blastoise and Zapdos, and was wondering why I couldn't beat the Ice type at the Elite Four. Good times. You got the National Dex in Diamond today. Awesome, Bailey. That's great. I've never gotten the National Dex. The closest thing I've come to is going to be a Alolan Dex in Gen 7, because there's no other Pokemon. What is my favorite mid-evolution of starters of all time, not including Rowlet line? Probably a Wartortle, honestly. A lot of the middle evolutions just kind of feel forgettable and almost a little bit derpy. Because, like, there's the adorable little base level, and then there's the always, like, incredible and the Pokemon you beat the game with third evolution of your starter. So it's like, oh, okay. And you just kind of forget the one in the middle. But Wartortle was one that I actually, like, really liked the design of, and it wasn't just kind of this awkward middle stage. Your first level 100 was by Rare Candy, and that's one way to get to it. And it was just the fire. It was just your like Charizard. All right. Yeah, I mean that one honestly is probably one of the easier ones to run with. You're hunting for Rockruff Dusk form. Good luck, Grungy Games. That is not available yet though, so maybe a little bit hard to get. Have I done a surprising sweep? Swept through a team of legendaries with a Turtwig shiny design. Really? I don't think I've ever done that. Did you actually get your shiny Oshawott? Nice, Benjamin! That is awesome. Your name is also Ian. What are the odds? Probably fairly low, Ian. Yeah, it's not the most common name, so whenever I like hear other people say it and they're not talking to me, it's weird. Like it's not a name like John or something where you just kind of come to expect that occasionally someone will be talking about someone else. Emerald is still better. Emerald is definitely like my second favorite game. My favorite game is Sun, just honestly at this point by virtue of the amount of hours I have in it. But Hoenn is my favorite region by far, and Emerald's like the kind of like director's cut of the region. Rockruff Dusk form is just what? It's kind of, I don't know. Personally, it feels a bit more like a second shiny form of the Midday. Granted, it does have the hair from Midnight, so it's different, obvious, and it makes sense that it's just essentially a combination of the two. And I feel like they're going to release the Dawn form, and it's just going to be a different colored version of Midnight without the hair. Like, I feel like that's what it's going to be. Because I know some people were able to dig before even Sun and Moon originally came out, and it like looked like there were going to be 4 forms of Lycanroc. But now, it seems to be like it's confirmed. Hunt it now and use it later, like hunt for a Rockruff and then turn it into a Lycanroc later? You usually use shiny hunting. Usually used for shiny hunting a Rabombi with Double Team, Substitute, Quiver Dance, and Baton Pass. And a Leaveney with Fell Stinger, False Swipe, Entertainment, and Substitute. Alright, also, see you later, Grinchy Games. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Yeah, for me, I tend to set up like one of those Smeargle hunting machine, like the Smeargles for hunting, if it's something that can't just be done with False Swiping and a Decidueye. So things that, Sand Attack, things that need to be hit twice, like Mimikyu, which I still need to do a hunt for. You're playing Moon hunting for a shiny Ghastly. Good luck. I hope you get it. Those ghost types can be hard, just because you have to know like Foresight or Soak or something so you can false swipe them. What if someone asked me my favorite Pokemon of all time, but favorite Pokemon is either Arceus, Type Null, or Silvally? That'd be awkward. I don't think it'd necessarily be awkward. Personally, mine's Rowlet though, so I don't have to deal with any of that kind of situation. You're gonna shiny Assault Bulbasaur reset? Oh no, Joel, that stinks. Hopefully, I don't end up doing that. I'm really nervous I'm going to though, especially with how like active the chat's been. And I've been really focusing on that this stream, so it's been really hard to follow the actual hunt here. You're going for shiny Mudkip. Good luck, Owen. I hope you get it. Akuma, how long have I been hunting for a shiny Treecko? I've been hunting for about a month and a half now, I think. I started at the end of June, like June 26th, I think, was like my first stream. June 24th or June 26th was my first stream. And here it is, August 7th. So we've been going for about a month and 10 days or so. So we're getting close to a month and a half at this point. Which is, like I said, it's going to sound like a word, but this is crazy, I'm used to, my longest hunts take a week of on and off hunting. This has been 3 times a week, 3 hours each time, almost 10 hours a week of hunting, and we still haven't gotten it. Shiny Murkrow, awesome! Someone else just got a shiny Zubat, that is great! Oh, Gangnam Style, I haven't heard that name in forever. Is this going to be my first shiny Treecko? It will be, King Ra. It'll be my first shiny outside of Pokemon Sun. Majestic Ethan 49, how many shinies have I caught? I have caught about 93 shinies. I have about 850 hours in Pokemon Sun of almost straight shiny hunting. Probably about 800 once you take out the actual gameplay, playing through the story. And I've just been shiny hunting consistently in there. I'm trying to get a living shiny dex. I've been taking a little bit of a break though and doing these hunts instead. I wish I could do those hunts on stream. Those would be really fun to do. All the SOS chaining, but I don't have a 3DS capture card, unfortunately. And those things are just, way too expensive for me to justify going out and buying. Can I choose a name for your shiny Murkrow? I am terrible at choosing names. God of Hyperdeath, thank you for the sub. Maybe someone in the chat could come up with a really cool name for it. Juicy Lemon, gotta go after this attempt? Alright, man. Thank you for tuning into the stream, and I hope to see you again. Can I give you a name again? Like I said, I'm bad at naming. If someone else might actually, know a really good name, though. Can I give you a name for it? I'm Murky or something. Legitimately, I am awful at naming Pokemon. Owen with you, thank you for the sub. Literally, I've never named a Pokemon before this, this Treecko, specifically because I am awful at naming things. I've never named myself anything other than my actual first name, because I'm awful at coming up with names. I honestly, have a really kind of meh imagination. Elvin Perez Escalante. Are you also Android Play? Bailey Fako, what is a living shiny dex? So, Silver, thank you for the sub. A living shiny dex is essentially a shiny version of a living Pokedex. And a living Pokedex is simultaneously having a copy of every single Pokemon. So instead of just having a Pokedex where you've seen everything, if you see, you can have a complete Pokedex only having the final evolution of everything. But this is where it'd be you get a Decidueye, you level up a Rowlet to do a Decidueye. You've seen everything in the Pokedex, so even just having the one Decidueye is fine. But I physically, in my PC, have a Rowlet, a Dartrix, and a Decidueye. And that's the case for every Pokemon. So I go back and catch every pre-evolution form, like a second or third time even, just so that I have a copy of every single Pokemon. This is your second device. All right. Treecko's best Pokemon? Treecko is up there as one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Derek Wilson named Treecko Evergreen. So Derek, what I've been saying is the default name for Treecko is Corndog, but if someone guesses the exact encounter number, not a range or anything, or just constantly guessing one after another, but if someone guesses the exact encounter number and is on and can like justify it, when we encounter it, they get to name the Treecko. You can't get a shiny Bulbasaur and evolve it. You must have every one. Yeah, so that's what Felipe said. You have to like have a copy of every one. So it's why I bred 3 shiny Rowlets. So I have a Rowlet, a Dartrix, and a Decidueye. They're all shiny sitting in my PC. Alright, see you later, Elvin. Thanks for tuning into the stream, or Android Plays, I guess. What even is my profile picture? It's pretty adorable. So it's a character from a game that I played. And I found that picture on Reddit. It was just posted as a reaction image, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just, you know, use this. That'll be cool. And I put it on there years ago. Like, almost 3 years ago at this point. And it's not, like, intended to be anything important. It was just back when my channel was literally me just intending to subscribe to other people. I didn't intend to make videos at any point. So yeah, that's just, like, a generic thing that I didn't want to have, like, just the little, like, either an M or just the silhouette of a person. I wanted an actual, like, avatar. Pokemon lovers, welcome to the stream. Sceptile's your favorite? Alright, yeah. Sceptile's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite Megas, because it's one of the only Megas I can actually think of. Gardevoir is your favorite Pokemon, because of its shiny. The Ralts line used to be, like, before Rowlet, the Ralts line was my absolute favorite line of Pokemon. It's one of the few ones where, like I say, the middle evolution didn't actually look bad. It's my favorite shiny legendary Pokemon. That would be Rayquaza. Just in general, I feel like Game Freak can do no wrong when they make a Pokemon black with its shiny. Like, that, they always just tend to do that right. Like, the black with the accents and stuff looks really cool. The same way, like, base white with accents looks really cool. But, so, when they made Rayquaza, which is already one of my favorite legendaries, if not my favorite, when they made that a shiny, and they made it black, and it looked really cool, I was like, well, yeah, of course, it's now, like, my favorite shiny, indisputably, when it comes to legendaries. McCree seems, McCree is good. I tried playing McCree in Overwatch. I was kind of bad with it. I play Pharah for the most part, and sometimes don't blow myself up. Oh, you're naming it? Oh, you're talking about names. You're going to name it McCree? McCree's actually a really good one. That's pretty clever, actually. Jeremy King, Cleaner, welcome to the stream. 5635 for Mudkip. For Mudkip, okay. Oh, yeah, I guess for the name. We actually just passed that, though. You like Shiny Mewtwo. Shiny Mewtwo's pretty cool. 5660 soft resets, you're calling it. We'll see, God of Hyper Death. We'll see. We're getting pretty close to that. GD, it's Blade Master. Thank you for the sub. You remember getting like 38 shiny Shinx from Pokeradar in Platinum. That's crazy. I could never have gone after the same Pokemon that many times, though. Like, that, eventually that would just start to kind of diminish in my, like, WoW effect, even if it was Rowlets. Well, I take that back. Maybe Rowlets I could do. But most Pokemon, like, I couldn't sit there and just hunt for over and over and over again. I tend to kind of start to feel like, can we just move on to another hunt when I'm hunting the 3rd copy of something, even at this point? Yeah, not Shiny Gengar. Shiny Gengar's weird. Shiny Mega Gengar, though, fixes all those issues. Because I've said before, my least favorite type of Shiny is the one where they just, like, turn up the saturation on the color. You know, Pikachu and Pichu, that whole line. Alolan Raichu's different, but, like, Pikachu, Pichu, Gengar, Happiny, all those where it's just slightly different shade of something. It's just kind of meh. But like I said, Mega Gengar, it switches it to white, and it's like, hey, we fixed everything wrong with the design of this Pokemon. Here you go. And it just looks great. Yeah, Bangin' Man, still haven't found it. We're coming up on like 5650 here, and we still haven't run into even a shiny Zigzagoon. What if I were to accidentally pick Torchic or Mudkip and it was shiny? I would probably stick with it, Akuma. Theoretically, I could reset the game and keep going for it, and everything would be okay, you know? In general, Treecko, or like, in general with Emerald, it wouldn't be hard to even soft reset over a Treecko and get it again, because I would know I have a shiny frame, and essentially my odds are down to like 1 in 60 if I'm accurate with my inputs to within a second. So it would be a relatively quick hunt to go for it again, but I feel like if I accidentally like didn't hit left and I selected Torchic and it was shiny, I'd keep it, you know? I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I wanted a Treecko that bad and reset. Like, I feel like that would add kind of the story of why I had a shiny Torchic. Of like, I was going for a Treecko and then I misclicked on the time it was shiny, you know? That would kind of be more of a fun thing than it would be, like, bad. Do I know what my next hunt will be after I get the Treecko? So, Majestic Ethan, after the Treecko, I have set up to do a shiny Charmander hunt. And in the long term, I'm planning on doing a shiny badge quest in Emerald, which will be pretty fun. And along with that, there will be a lot of shiny hunts, because a shiny badge quest is where you catch a shiny before every major battle. So in this case, it'll be... This counts as the shiny before I hunt May for the first time. I have to catch another one before I fight Roxanne. So there'll be a hunt there. There'll be one before every gym, every battle with May, and like battles against the main team leaders, you know. So there'll be a lot of shiny hunts in this. I'm not sure if I can control what shinies I get with that, though. But Treecko Evolution, shiny Treecko Evolution is awesome. It is pretty awesome. What if I get a shiny Torchic or Mudkip? If I did get a shiny Torchic or Mudkip, I could just transfer to Diamond Pearl or Platinum or Heart Gold Soul Silver and restart the game so you can still hunt Treecko. I could do that, but we'd be going more. Like, you see where we're at with the encounters now. I'm not going to go another month and a half for a specific shiny. If I can just get a shiny at this point, it'll be worth it. Alright, see you later, Akuma. Thanks for tuning into the stream. You just got a shiny Charmander? Awesome, God of Hyper Death. That is great. You admire how kind I am, even when I have to answer the same questions over and over again. I appreciate that, Stephanie. Yeah, I have had like a lot of my friends who tune in. Actually, some of the mods were like, just make it like FAQ and post it in the description. But it's like, people are still gonna ask, and like it's gonna be the people who aren't reading the description in the first place. So it wouldn't necessarily cut down on that too much. Plus, like, and it would kind of seem like rude in a way to be like, well, read the description, duh, it's there. Plus, like, people are here because they like the same things I do. Why would I, like, you know, people are interested in it, and they're obviously excited enough to ask these questions. So I'm perfectly okay answering these questions over and over again. I thought you meant soft reset hype. I mean, we can get excited, get hyped every single time we soft reset. They made the blue-green a good shade. They really did. You know, there's some that, like, the green just changes to different green, and it falls into almost that category of not changing enough, or it changes too much to not really be a grass type anymore. But Treecko's, like, right on the line of being, is, like, really good, and the red tail makes it. Your sister has a shiny Giratina. That's awesome. Back in the days before they shiny locked legendaries. The only random shiny you ever caught was from a PC fan game, and you caught a shiny Scraggy. Was that from a? I think it would be a Uranium. I've only caught 3 like random encounter shinies. One was a Kangaskhan that got called in when I was just going for my regular living decks. I had a I needed a Cubone. I false swept the Cubone, threw a Pokeball. The Pokeball broke. And it called in a shiny Kangaskhan, and I was like, oh, okay. This is okay. This is a good trade. And then my other 2, one was a Piggypeck when I was trying to start a chain for Young Goose, and the other was a Golduck when I was trying to level up a shiny Sandygast to evolve it. And that's like with like 800 hours of playtime, and yeah, so like running into a random shiny is pretty crazy. You have a shiny Charmeleon. Nice, lol, man. That's awesome. Gabriel, getting a shiny is really hard. It really is. It's definitely one of those things where people who don't really like shinies obviously aren't going to do it. the point of them is for them to be rare and kind of like a trophy of like, look what I did. Either look how lucky I got or look how hard I worked. But it like takes. I also realize I need to reset the save now. It takes like a lot of perseverance and knowing that the outcome is going to be that satisfying to do it. And honestly, until very recently, I was not prepared to go for a hunt like this. I knew mentally I would not be able to stick with it, but after doing so many successful hunts and like just kind of building up that overall patience, it's worked in a way that I'm like, okay, I can dig this. I can go for a longer hunt now. I know the payoff will be worth it, and I know relative to the rest of my hunts, it's longer, but it's not like as long as, you know, I may have done 10 hunts in this time, but I've still spent that much time shiny hunting before. You're calling it now 5666. We'll see, Chase Stone. Scion Noibat Plays, welcome to the stream. Also, my name does not start with A. I'm reading the chat and hitting all these random buttons, guys. Last week you found a shiny Machop on your Soul Silver playthrough while grinding. Nice, Flooper. Raji63, welcome to the stream. You use emulators to play these Pokemon games. That's understandable. The Game Boy is pretty hard to come across nowadays. Even an original DS. And then on top of that, an actual Game Boy Advance Pokemon cartridge. Like, these are all from when I was an 8-year-old, you know. So I've had these from back when they were, you know, as available as, like, Sun and Moon are. And I've held on to them for the most part. I have lost 2 of my cartridges, which stinks. But I at least held on to Emerald, and we can play that. Jacob Plates, have I ever had a shiny fail? I haven't, actually. I've been fortunate enough to not mess up any of my shiny hunts, either by, like, resetting or KOing the Pokemon. I did almost mess up my very first hunt, though, because it was a Ditto, and I got excited. As soon as I saw the shiny, I threw out Decidueye to false swipe it and catch it. And of course, it transforms into Decidueye, becomes the Ghost type, and can't be false swiped, and has the stats of my level 100 Decidueye. So it's just like, oh, well, this is interesting, and almost KO'd it, and then almost had it KO all of my Pokemon while I threw Pokeballs at it constantly. I assume you know about the RNG is broken in Pokemon Emerald. I do, Purple Penguin 66. That's actually what we're dealing with right now with the save reset. You found a shiny Gengar and called it Shiny Gengar. Fair enough. That's a... At least you're not going to get confused with that name, you know? You got a shiny Noibat, just yesterday, been grinding a lot. I have to stop. Now we go to Oris and hunt a shiny Treecko. Good luck. You should have a lot better luck than I do, because your odds are, you know, twice as good as mine. You know, yours is 1 in 4,096. Mine is 1,892. Where Game Freak literally cut the odds in half and made it twice as likely to get shinies in Gen 6. Plus, you don't have any busted RNG to be dealing with, so no save resetting or anything. You're good to go as soon as you start. RTBolt11, thank you for the sub. Finally got your shiny Rowlet and soft resetting. Jacob, that is insane. You know, you had to go through like a minute cutscene between each of those. Child Vortex, what is my average encounters? If you're talking about for general shiny hunting, it's going to be skewed compared to this game, because most of my hunting has been done in Gen 7 with SOS chaining. Jacob Plays, thank you for the sub. Most of my hunting has been done in Gen 7 with shiny chaining and shiny charms and all this. So my average encounters is probably about 300 per shiny. But obviously this is different because it's a full odds hunt. And I've never done one before, so I don't really have any kind of comparison to be like, this is taking longer than, you know, what I'm used to or something. Kevin, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. God of Hyper Death, you just got a shiny Salazzle. Nice! Cyan Noibat Plays, thank you for the sub. Oh, wait, number 60? What do you do with 2 boxes full of Noi? Yeah, why would you go for that many? That's just kind of, like, ridiculous, I would think. It was 2 minutes and 30 second cutscene. That's crazy. I mean, could you have even... I know when you started that, could you even physically done that many resets? Like... I feel like if you could, it would require you not sleeping. You got to Mirage Tower and don't know what to do. I don't actually remember what you need to do there. Raji63, what's my favorite Pokemon? That would be Rowlet. As soon as all the stuff came out for Sun and Moon, I knew I was going to be using Rowlet as my starter. Just because of... Mostly because it was an adorable little bird. Partially because of all the, like, art of the Cult-to-Be crossover with Love Live. Like, all the people making fan art. And then as soon as I chose Rowlet, it was the first time I ever ended up using Pokemon Refresh. And I was, like, instantly fell in love with Rowlet so much that it skyrocketed to being my favorite Pokemon of all time. There's just named it Razzle, and it's stupid. I mean, Pokemon names are up to personal opinions. Personally, I've always been like really unimaginative, so I tend to stick with just leaving them as their normal name. Gabriel, you're gonna guess it's shiny. All right, we'll see. That's why you breed for the Alola starters. Same, Bacon Man. Yeah, I did not want to deal with soft resetting through that cutscene every time. My girlfriend did it to get a female, and like I was already past the trainer school by the time she got her starter. Ugh. Sorry for like stopping there and like drinking way more than I normally do each time I drink something. My throat's like super sore tonight. Like I have had no breaks while talking, which isn't a bad thing. You know, it's been fun talking to all these people. You were gonna name it Phantom. Ah, so you had another name set up already. That stinks. Corny Gob, thank you for the sub. Booting up Alpha Sapphire? Alright, hope you have some luck. How do you soft reset a Game Boy Advance? A, B, start, select. 2 Jacobs, yeah. I mean, there were 2 Reyes last room, which I would think is a much crazier thing. You got Alpha Sapphire yesterday. Awesome. So you're like starting your playthrough then. Hope you have fun with it, and I hope you have some luck with hunting for that shiny. Cynical. Yeah, I've had a Discord server for a while now. It's been pretty cool talking to some of these people, some of you guys outside of the stream. I said these people like I was talking to you, but yeah, no, like, it's been fun talking to all of you guys. I think I meant like you people and said like these guys and mixed up those people. No, but it's been fun talking to a lot of you guys. And also just fun seeing what all of you guys are posting. Silverwatch, wow, 56, 57, that's really long. It has been pretty long. It's been about 6 weeks of hunting for this thing. Hopefully it comes home soon. I want to get going with an actual playthrough here. Actually save Professor Birch from this Zigzagoon. Six weeks? Yeah, Bacon Man. Like, I think this is hunt number 20. And I've been hunting almost consistently 3 times a week. So, yeah, it's been over a month that I've been going for this thing. It's just the odds are so, like, against you in this game. With them being 1 in 8,000, essentially, you know, rounding down. Like, they could, like, we'd still be beating the odds if we went up to like, 1,800 and or like 8,100. I was trying to wonder what part of that I was saying wrong, and I was sure that the 1 at the front wasn't it. But yeah, we could go up to like encounter 8,100 and still have beat the odds, quote unquote. 376 subs? Really? That's crazy. We were at like 316 before the stream started. Your sis traded you her shiny Sylveon. That's nice. You can be there often as VGM has a Discord as well. Therefore, quick switching. Yeah, I mean, I'm generally like most of the time like I talk with friends and stuff on Discord while I play games. So I generally have the chat windows open for this one, and I have it on my phone. So when I like, as long as I wasn't at work, I was pretty much able to check it all the time. Your friend told me he will give you 50 euros if you get it first encounter because he soft reset it for like 2,000 times. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty safe bet to say you won't get it first encounter, but it's not impossible. It's not unheard of for people to start a game and have a shiny. 56 fails, so you're calling 6666. That's going to be a little way off, Child Vortex. We're only going for about 300 during this stream. So we've gone through a little over 200 already. We got about 50 minutes left for the night. Yeah, 5,660 encounters and not even a shiny Zigzagoon. Yeah, it would have been nice to have gotten some kind of sign of hope, you know, with a shiny Zigzagoon, because Emerald's messed up, like I've said. And like the Zigzagoon would be nice. It would mean that we're close. But we haven't gotten any kind of sign of being close. We're still blindly walking around, hoping to run into this shiny. Yeah, Ruben Ramirez still haven't encountered it. Also, welcome to the stream, Ruben. Yeah, we are still going for this thing. It's crazy. Want to be a shiny Zigzagoon and shiny Treecko. That would be amazing, you know? That would be doubly awesome because it means we have 2 shiny frames. Like, thinking of that as a shiny hunter in Emerald, that would be a gold mine. Of knowing that you have like a 1 in 30 chance, if you're accurate to within a second, of catching Pokemon. Your sister got a shiny Torchic. Second soft reset. Really? That's crazy. Rune, do I know my shiny frame? I don't. I do not know my shiny frame yet. I can't know that until I catch the Treecko. Like, I think you need your trainer ID and the Pokemon's ID to figure out, like, basically an eighth of your shiny frames. Because it uses that trainer ID and the ID of the Pokemon to kind of back through the math formula. Because it can't know the hidden number on the cartridge unless you have a Game Shark. And I don't have one of those, so I can't check. iPod, why am I playing this? Play Pokemon Moon? I don't have a way to capture footage from a 3DS. What I do have is a capture card that can capture video out from a GameCube, so I'm able to play Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games. I would like to do some hunts on the 3DS and potentially the Switch when Gen 8 comes out on it. But unfortunately, like, 3DS capture cards are really expensive right now, and Gen 8's not on the Switch, so I can't hunt that. So right now, yeah, I am kind of stuck with Gen 3 and older. But it's still fun, because it means we can hunt for some Pokemon that are shiny locked in the newer games. Should you help your love's father or not? You will when I read this. So you should go help him now. Juice Lemon, welcome back. 5892 is when I'll get it. We'll see, Braxios Flame. We'll see. That one may or may not have it, and I actually don't think it will. I think we'll get to about 5750 or so before the end of the stream. Alright, thank you, Rune. Your sister named it Cupcake because she said it looks like one. I mean, yeah, I guess it could be. You know, that blue and pink. You're back from dinner. Welcome back, Android Play. Does anyone know how to soft reset on a DS with a Game Boy slot game? Can I hunt for shiny Zapdos? I think it would still be A/B Start Select. I think it's based on the game, not the system, because it's actually a command in the game. It doesn't reset the whole system, so it's something in the game itself, I believe, at least. So it should still be A/B Start Select unless those are mapped to different buttons for you. Because, like, in my case, there's not a select button on a GameCube controller. So I'm hitting A, B, Start, and, like, Y. Yeah, it's Y. And that's my A, B, Start, Select. When Ash said, I'm going to start fresh in X and Y, didn't think he meant it. Yeah, with the complete restart of the art style. Complete overhaul, completely different, 180. It's still A, B, Start, Select. Alright. Choosing Treecko, closing your eyes, and hoping for it while sending this. We'll watch when you read this. All right. Hopefully it's a shiny Treecko. You're gonna hunt for a shiny Rockruff. Good luck. That was a fun hunt. It wasn't too difficult. If I remember correctly, it did no sand attack, so I had to use a Smeargle with Aerial Ace on it, but it wasn't too bad. Raji63, this is the one. We'll see. Unfortunately, 5671 wasn't the one. We're going to keep going. No sound turned on. Ah, so you can't even hear the jingle. Hopefully you get it, though. When does Chinchou evolve? I don't know, Shady Rain. Does someone else in the chat know when Chinchou evolves? Or if someone can look it up, because I can't exactly do that middle of the stream. No way. What if we call a number, and in that number a shiny Zigzagoon appears? Do we still name it? You get to name that Zigzagoon that gets soft reset over. Basically, yeah, it's for the actual encounter of the shiny. So I have a feeling a lot more people will be guessing, and a lot more people will be a lot more likely to be right once we actually see a shiny Zigzagoon, unless we see the Treecko first. But, yeah, the Zigzagoon, because we still haven't caught the Treecko at that point. You know, there are people who can run, you can legitimately run into a Zigzagoon, and it's not a shiny Treecko, you know? If you look at Ruby or Sapphire, it's actually like a terrible thing to get a shiny Zigzagoon. What would my reaction be if I accidentally soft reset over the Treecko? I feel like it'd just be a stunned silence, followed by me quietly picking the stream back up and acting like nothing happened. Like, that's what I would like to think would happen, but I feel like there'd just be a lot of, like, almost screaming. Like those laughing at myself, but hating myself on the inside kind of moments. I feel... Oh, man, something's, like, stuck in my throat, guys. But I feel like it would be kind of bad. Did you really get it, Science? That'd be kind of... That's awesome if you did. Who's Elvin? He said he was me. You know it was you. Ha. There you go. That's who it is then, Android Play. Cyan Noibat, I want to see that thing in the Discord, though. Like, first encounter hype is amazing, so I want to see that thing, you know? Post a picture of it in the Discord so we can all, like, hype with you. That would be awesome. 5723 will be the shiny Zigzagoon. We will see, Braxius. Chinchou evolves at level 27. There you go. Hopefully that helps you out. You just need 10 Pokemon until your Pokedex in Sun is complete. Good luck. Yeah, that one took me a little bit just because of the like version exclusives and excuse me. Like planning out a time that my girlfriend and I would both be able to evolve each other's Cosmomes into the final, into like her Solgaleo and my Lunala, and just making sure we like actually had it scheduled and knew we could get it done. You don't have your PC? How? I mean, if you have a way to take a picture with something, I don't know. I mean, just if you can do it, it's not really a big deal if you can't. But can you get Discord on your phone? Yes, you can. You forgot to make Pokemon Emerald randomized. And I was like, that's all good, Android Play. Come on, 5678. Hopefully, right now it's 5678. Hopefully, we can get some shiny hype right now, please. Unfortunately, we didn't know, so we're gonna keep going. Hopefully we can get it by the end of the stream. That would be awesome. Alright, I really want to see this thing soon, man. You're doing a shiny badge quest in Omega Ruby. Right now you're hunting for a shiny Zigzagoon. Good luck, Bacon Man. I'm hoping to enjoy mine, so I hope you are enjoying yours. Tell everyone about your Discord. So Android Play has a Discord. There's a link posted in one of the chats on my Discord. So if you want to join either, there's a link to mine in the description down below. You're gonna shiny hunt a Rockruff. Good luck, Shady Rain. That was a fun hunt. Like I said, it's not terrible, you know. It could, like, there are Pokemon that could be worse, especially like ghost types and stuff, or Pokemon that know moves that hurt themselves. But I don't know if I went at that one with my Decidueye, or if I went at that one with my Smeargle. I think I did it with the Smeargle. Oh, excuse me. I think I did it with the... I felt a burp coming, then it didn't come, and then I started talking, and I immediately had to burp. But, yeah, so I think I did it with Smeargle, because I'm pretty sure Rockruff knows Sand Attack. So I had to use Smeargle, otherwise I was going to miss every time with Leaf Blade on Decidueye. Thank you, JJ Perez. The stream, the like layout in the background is something my girlfriend actually made for me, which is pretty awesome, you know. like, if you look at my, like, very first 2 streams, they're both on a, like, blank background, like, just a black screen with the game capture and my face cam, and that's pretty much it. But she offered to make me a layout, and it's really nice. It's got, like, all these little different, like, references to shinies, like the shiny charm, sparkling grass from Poke Radar, the sparkles, all that kind of stuff. It was really cool. Calling a shiny at 6789. It's 6789. Ah, Rune. That one's a little ways off. Hopefully we can get it before then, but if we do get there, that'd be awesome to get it. At that point, can we just name Treecko 10? Like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Soon I will see your shiny. I'm looking forward to it. I'll check it after the stream. I generally try to avoid looking at things, aside from just the stream and the chat, while I'm actually streaming. Call Zigzagoon discount Bidoof because it's a good HM slave, but not the best. I mean, Bidoof's just like, isn't everything a discount Bidoof? Even though it's like technically the Rattata clone, like, it's just so much better than the original, that the original becomes the copy of it. Only Bidoof is the true HM slave. It is the HM god. What are you talking about, Rune? Yeah, Treecko equals... If it was 6, 7, 8, 9, I'd really want to name it 10. But it would be up to someone if they guessed it. I just look, guys, and we're like, I think, what was, I'm going to look again real quick, but we're 384 subs, which is insane. We gained like 70 subs this stream, which is kind of crazy. And this has been my most viewed stream ever, which is awesome. I'm so glad seeing all these new faces. It's really cool talking to you people. Delete this message, please. I mean, I guess if you want me to, I can do that. There you go. I don't know why you would want me to, but if you asked. You're calling it, it's going to be 5,700. We'll see, it's Blade Master. We'll see. Wilson Pigsbury, welcome back to the stream. X-Rider9, I rock. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Welcome back. This is not an advertisement, really. Trust me. Nick M, Shiny Treecko at 57, 63 soft resets. We'll see. That's going to be really close. We may or may not see that one tonight. Like I said, we've got about 35 minutes left in the stream. So, we're definitely going to hit 5,700. We'll probably get pretty close to 5,750. We may go a little past it, depending on how quickly we get to the save reset that's coming up, and how quickly I can actually go through the encounters. It's been a little slower tonight just because I've been talking to you guys a bit more. Yeah, I just realized I'm at 20 days hunting for this gecko. It's crazy, Rafa. Yeah. I didn't think it would take this long, honestly, but I knew going into it, it could take, like, months and months. But yeah, this is the 20th stream for this thing, which is just, it's kind of crazy. That message was totally deleted by Ian as well. Amon Burke, give you a shout out. There you go. Alright guys, we're getting close to 5,700 here, which is crazy. We passed 5,500 tonight, and we're gonna pass 57. I kept saying 5,600 because I was looking at 5,691. We're gonna pass 5,700 here real soon. You won't give up on this Bagon? Good luck, man. Yeah, Bagon's a pretty cool one. I like that whole line. The green isn't quite the best, but you know, they're like my favorite dragon types, so sometimes you just gotta take it with, you know, being your favorite shiny dragon. Your guess is that I've been hunting this Treecko for about 60 hours. That's pretty much true. At the end of the stream, it won't be quite 60 because there have been a couple streams that I've cut in half because either showing up late or leaving early. You know, I was tired one day I had some stuff I had to do before the stream. But yeah, we're gonna be at about 57 hours at the end of tonight. Android Play wants a shout out. If I say that I'm sick of asking people asking for shout outs, I really don't. I don't mind though, you know. People talking a shout. I generally read everyone's name at least once anyway if I see their messages. You know, it's like a welcome to the stream type deal. Like if people ask for it, I don't mind as long as it's not like blatant, like kind of. This is not like, you know, someone trying to like advertise their channel and spamming it or whatnot. That's a different story. But people just asking for a shout out, that's whatever. Rip, ignore. Did I miss you? Did I miss a message from you, man? I'm sorry. Trying to get a shiny Mewtwo before school starts. Anyone else trying to sneak in a few shinies before you might have to go back? It's weird, but I'm actually waiting to go back to shiny hunt some more. As weird as that sounds, and as counterintuitive as that sounds, I got so used to hunting in the environment of like waiting for classes to start and stuff, because I'm in college, so it's a little bit different. I got so in the habit of like hunting for shinies, waiting for classes to start, that it was a little weird hunting when I got out of school. Like it just kind of felt like it wasn't in my like ritual at that point. It was a completely different schedule, and it was hard to like start working that back in, hanging out with friends more. Then I started my like summer job, which took up a 9 to 5, and aside from my lunch break, I really couldn't like use my DS while I was working. So during the school year is actually surprisingly when I have the most time to shiny hunt. Yeah, I get it was a joke, Android Play. I was just explaining like my reasoning for anyone that was actually had an opinion like that or whatnot. We'll check the Discord. I will. So you did post it. All right. Yeah, I'll check the Discord after the stream. It's Blade Master. You like shoutouts and trains. As long as the train doesn't come plowing through my room right now, we are all good. Greetings, Game Freaks. Aw, man. If someone from Game Freak tuned into this stream, I don't know what I would do. Do I prefer the original Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy Advance SP? Personally, I have an SP. I've never owned an original Game Boy, but I like the SP more just because, you know, when you want to carry it somewhere, it folds up and it's a lot more neat. Do I have an Instagram? I don't. I have, like, one that isn't related to the stream at all, and I'd never post anything on it. It's like, it's my personal one. It's privated and not something that I really am going to say publicly. Game Boy Advance SP, yeah. Yeah, like I said, same. I wish I have like the original model and not the, so it's still a frontlit screen instead of a backlit screen. I kind of want to find one that's the backlit screen, but those are in demand enough that they're actually a little bit pricey. You like potatoes with tomato blood, so like potatoes and ketchup? Alright. I guess french fries, yeah. Sends train to crash through my roof. No, please. Not before I just catch the Treecko, at least. So, what should you hunt next? Just save that shiny, you want to hunt something on Sun. Depends on what you have on Sun. Because there's a lot of Pokemon, like, if you don't have all of the Pokemon that are actually new to Gen 7, then go for one of those. But guys, we're doing Encounter 5700 right now. 5700 hype, guys. Hopefully this one will be a shiny. While SP looks better, you find the R on it to be kind of obstructed by the screen. What do you mean, like the R and L buttons? I guess that's kind of a point you could have. But I never had any issues with that because my hands were just back there holding them. Alright guys, new game. Possibly the last new game for the night. Just depends on how fast we get through these encounters. We're probably actually going to hit 5750 and I might just roll through to the end of the stream without resetting the save because otherwise I hate ending the streams on like the reset because, you know, then we're not actually hunting for shinies or anything. Blaze Games 121, thank you for the sub. Because then we're not hunting for the Pokemon, you know. So I like kind of, what am I trying to say here? I like ending the streams on actual encounters. You know, like doing if we can't get more than like 10 encounters in right at the end, then we're not going to do the save reset, you know. So generally, once we get in the last 10 minutes, I just roll to the end, only doing soft resets, and don't actually deal with the fact that, you know, I went over, like, the next mark. Just because I feel like it'd be boring and lackluster to end of the stream on me naming myself or something. You know, saying, oh, it's 10 o'clock, guys, see you later, and just cutting off the stream. What's my favorite shiny of all time? Sorry if I've answered this before. It's alright, X-Rider. I've answered this question several times, just not on the stream yet, actually. Which is actually surprising. We've gone almost the entire stream without me having this question. My favorite shiny ever is Shiny Milotic. Because, yeah, I guess in, like, the most sense you could ever say it, I'm a Gen 3er, essentially, you know? Gen 3 is my first set of games, Fire Red is my first, Sapphire and Emerald are my next ones. Hoenn the region that I love the most. Amon Burke, thank you for the sub. So, to me, Emerald, or like Gen 3 is kind of my favorite games, and so they're the games I think of when I think of how to catch certain Pokemon, and they're the games that I have my most impressionable moments from. And Feebas, you know, the almost impossible to catch fish, was so cool to actually catch. And then Milotic looked so awesome afterwards. And then I found out what Milotic shiny looked like, which is that blue hair with yellow tail, which looks so nice. Like, it takes a Pokemon that was already in, like, my top 10 Pokemon, and amps it up, makes it, like, more in one of a color scheme that I like. So yeah, that's why Milotic is my favorite shiny. It's just, you know, it's already one of my favorite Pokemon, and then they made the shiny look amazing. Great stream, congrats on another square. Thank you, Jeremy, and thank you for the sub. Alright, you gotta go. See you later, it's Blade Master. Glad you're able to tune in the stream, and I hope to see you again. Alright, so 57-69, and if you win, it'll be Blade Master. Alright, we'll see. If we get that far, we'll see. You sacrifice your strongest Pokemon to Giratina, wait 3 hours, then a copy of Blue will mysterious download itself onto your 3DS. Really, you're joking? I'm pretty sure they're joking. if you can get free Pokemon games that way. You love Gen 3, Shiny Milotic is an awesome shiny. Agreed, yeah, like, you know, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I didn't really look into what shiny Pokemon looked like until Gen 7 when I started shiny hunting, and I saw Milotic and I was like, well, next hunt's for a Feebas, and I got 2 Feebases so I could work for my living shiny decks, and evolved one with a friend into Milotic, and it's just, it looks so awesome. What game should you sacrifice? All of them, you know. You don't know me, so you can trust me with anything. Yeah, strangers on the internet always tell you the truth. You know what you hate about Gen 3? Too much water. What is it, 7.8 out of 10? Too much water. I mean, there you go. IGN Team Magma, obviously. Yeah, about a 7.8. Yeah, IGN Team Magma confirmed. No, Winter, how am I still doing this? Patience. A lot of patience. And mainly you guys, actually, you know. It'd be a lot different if I was sitting here doing it by myself and either, like, I wasn't streaming or no one was watching the stream, you know. But I have a bunch of people to talk to, and it's always fun to talk to you guys. So it's still entertaining, even though it's been almost 60 hours of playing this game, doing this exact same scene over and over again. Alright, hopefully I don't mess up the save. I remember, last stream, the stream before, where I'd already gone, like, way longer, because it was right at the end of the stream, I had gone longer than normal without saving, or without resetting the save, and then I decided, screw it, at the beginning of the stream, we're going to go for 100 without resetting this time. So I went for 100, and then I did the reset, and then I didn't save. And I didn't want to do it again, so we went for 150. So I've been, like, really careful about making sure I save. Join Team Rocket. Ooh. No, thank you. I'm on Team Ceiling. There's a guy Kareem hasn't been here in a while, but Kareem and I are hashtag Team Ceiling. Pika Boss, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Why did I reset? Why did I reset? Was it a shiny frame? So I reset the save to potentially get another shiny frame. So I didn't see one in the last 50. And even though there's obviously a lot more shiny frames than 50 that I could hit, Brendan Mora, thank you for the sub. Yeah, obviously, like, I'm not hitting all the shiny frames, but I don't want to not, like, hit the same one over and over again. So I'd rather mix it up a bit more often than I need to. And once I actually see a shiny, keep the save. But until then, I'm going to be resetting the frames, or resetting for different shiny frames every 50 encounters. Alright. See you later. Again, cannot pronounce your name, but thank you for tuning into the stream yet again. Have I got a shiny Zigzagoon in any of the streams? I have not. We haven't seen a single shiny in this hunt yet. Which really is kind of a little bit crazy, but it's still not too bad. Honestly, at this point, we are only a little bit past like the mark of having a 50-50 odds of having encountered some kind of shiny. Be it either Zigzagoon or Treecko. So technically, we're starting to get to the point that luck is a little bit more in our favor. But we've still got a while to go until we actually pass full odds. What's my favorite Pokemon in any Pokemon game? That would be Rowlet, Blaze Games. As soon as I saw all the Pokemon, all the like information for Pokemon Sun and Moon, I knew that I was picking Rowlet, and it just grew on me from then until it like skyrocketed into first. Aside from Rowlet, though, it would be Ralts. Team Magma or Team Plasma? Pick Team Pun. Team Magma. Or Magba? I guess I would go on Team Pun then. If Team Magma can't even get their name spelled right. Sorry, but what's the shiny frame? That's okay. So, the game runs at 60 frames per second, which is every single time the screen refreshes and shows another image, which even if the picture doesn't change, it refreshes 60 times a second. Each 60th of a second is a frame. Name for what like you call the screen on what is displayed on the screen. That image is the frame that you're on. And every time the frame updates, the random number generator runs. So every 60th of a second, there's a number in the background that's random that changes. And that number plus your trainer ID are run through a math formula that determine everything about the Pokemon in terms of its personality. So things like its nature, its IVs, its gender, and whether it's shiny or not. And in most games, that number in the background is truly random. And basically every time you reset the game, it's a new random number. In Emerald, it's that same number. And because math is math, passing that same number through the same formula gives you the same chain of numbers over and over again. So that number plus your trainer ID may not, on any given frame of the game, create a shiny. But if they do create a shiny, that's called a shiny frame. And because in Emerald you have the same frames over and over again, you can actually like, consider them as frames, you know. Like this specific frame number, so like the frame that happens exactly 1 second of the game would be frame number 60. Because 60 frames happen in a second, so that frame would be number 60. So that's what you'll hear people talk about with shiny frames, is like what exact time period from starting their game it creates a shiny every time. What is my favorite Pokemon game? Favorite Pokemon game would probably be Pokemon Sun. The story was fantastic in it. It has Rowlet, and I have 850 hours in the game, most of it shiny hunting. Aaron Rasku, thank you for the sub. Guys, we're actually getting pretty close to 400 subs, I believe. Yeah, it doesn't update for me nearly as fast, because it hasn't changed since like I last checked, and there have been people saying they sub. But we gotta be getting pretty close here to 400 subs, which is pretty hype for this stream. It's getting pretty late here. Soon lay your head on this pillow swine. Filippo coming back with the puns for Team Pun. Aaron Roscoe, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I kind of got a little excited there, and my voice is giving out on me a little bit. Do I plan on... excuse me, I'm saying... Specky, thank you for the sub. Do I plan to play a Mystery Dungeon game? If I can record on the DS or 3DS, I can do Red Rescue Team. It's a Game Boy game. Maybe. I don't own any of the Mystery Dungeon games, so I'd have to find one for sale to play. But I'd definitely be interested in playing one of them. If you want to replay Sun, but you don't have a Pokemon bank and don't want to lose your Pokemon, yeah, that'd be an issue. Like, I definitely wouldn't want to lose my Pokemon. That's why I got Moon, is so I can do other playthroughs that I need to. Like, for my living decks, I still have to get another Type Null and a Cosmog and Cosmoem. So I'm playing through Moon. I'm going to play through Moon at least twice. 3 times if you count needing a shiny Type Null and shiny Silvally. So yeah, those are going to be like kind of rough. And I don't know what I would do if I didn't have... I have Pokebank and Pokemon Moon. I have like another copy of the game. So I have a little bit of leeway for starting over saves, but at this point I could never reset my son. Just that timestamp of the amount of time played is a trophy in and of itself. Your bro asked... Oh, your bro and SO asked why 60 Noibats, and I answered, why not? I mean, really, if you just want them, you want them. I personally probably wouldn't hunt for the... I tend to try to be efficient and not be redundant about things. So as soon as I hunt enough of a Pokemon, I'm done. Like, I've caught it. I'll move on. But yeah, I couldn't do like 60 of the same Pokemon. You just subbed me. Hope I hit 400 subs. Thank you, Specky. I hope we hit it too. Like, we've gained so many subs this stream, it's crazy. Normally I gain, like, somewhere between, like, 10 and 20, and today we've gained close to 100, which is crazy, you know? I'm gonna be, like, looking at the stats, and there's gonna be this one stream, like, spikes. So that'll be pretty cool. Sis, not SOS. Okay, I like, interpret it as adding an S, like, significant other. Alright, so your sis asked, got you. If I answered your question, could I repeat it? I had to leave for a second. What was your question, Jacob, just so I know? Like, I may have answered... I know I've, like, answered a couple of your questions. Oh, wait, no, it was the Mystery Gen thing. I'd consider it. I would need to get a cartridge of it. Welcome back, Louise. Glad you can make it. We've got about 20 minutes left in the stream. Blaze Games, will I do more streams? Yes, I will do more streams. This is, like, the 20th one for Treecko. And once we get Treecko, I have more shiny hunts planned. Like, it's not like once I get Treecko, I'm going to go blank and not say anything ever again. So we're going to be doing a lot of hunts. And there'll be a lot of streams to come. Damien Santor, you subbed. Thank you, Damien. Did I ever read how you named your shiny Gardevoir on Omega Ruby? And if not, my love May. Is that what you named it? Blodia Punch, you subbed. Thank you, Blodia. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, hopefully we can get it by the end of the stream. And if you get those Pokepuns rolling out again, maybe one, in a way. Yeah. End the stream with some more puns from Team Pun. Alright. Sorry, but why do I have to reset the save every 50 encounters? So that's, I kind of mentioned that with the shiny frame stuff, but in most games, the random number generation is really random, but in Emerald, it's essentially a counter. It's not random, it keeps producing the same numbers over and over again. So if at 45 seconds into the game exactly, you can have a shiny if you encounter on that exact frame. Every time you get to that 45-second mark, you create a shiny. Every other game, that's not the case except Emerald. Like, every other game, shinies are truly random. You know, the number at the start of the game is never the same. So the numbers that happen throughout the game are never the same. Emerald, though, is basically a timer where the same time period, the same time frames create shinies every time. So what I end up having to do is reset the trainer ID, which you can only do by resetting the save. Because the trainer ID is another part of that math. And when you reset the trainer ID, it changes when those times are. So there's definitely, there's never a trainer ID that can't create shinies early enough. So I have to keep resetting my save until I get a trainer ID that can create a shiny frame early enough for me to soft reset and hit it. Because if there's a shiny frame and none of them happen for a minute and a half, I'm not going to see it when I'm sitting here resetting every 30 seconds. Am I keeping the new thumbnail? Also, why is the color of Treecko... What is the color on Treecko's stomach? Is it brown like an X and Y sprite on my... Or my thumbnail being palish white? It would be the one on the actual GIF that I have displayed is a GIF of the actual model from the newer games. It kind of changes depending on if you look at the original sprites. I couldn't find official art of a shiny Treecko, so what I did, I took one of Ken Sugimori, Game Freak's lead designer's drawings of it, his original here's what Treecko looks like for advertisements, and recolored it. So the colors may be a little off, but they're pretty close. Who do I prefer, red or blue? Probably red. Luis Padilla, you sub and you're trying to get a shiny Mudkip. Good luck on getting the Mudkip. I hope you get it soon. Hopefully you get it a bit more quickly than I've been getting this Treecko. Can I ask you a question? Sure, go for it if you want to ask me a question. Brendan Mora, do I want your friend code? I don't actually have my 3DS like near me right now. And I don't have a way to like actually capture the friend code in the stream. Plus, I don't trade much anyway. If I did some things like, I'd be fine with it if like if I did some streams that were more like on newer systems like the 3DS or the Switch, and it was a multiplayer thing. Then yeah, but personally, I don't really have a need for it, and I don't even like look at my friends list anyway. To be completely honest, even my friends who are in it. Thanks, me. I'm glad I inspired you to hunt for it, Luis. It really is awesome when I hear that like I inspired people to like shiny hunt or to start streaming. It's really cool. You named your Donphan Autobots and made it use rollout. Like the ultimate pun in a Pokemon game. That is fantastic. What will my next shiny and when? So Blaze Games, my next hunt will be on Thursday, same time from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern time. And my next shiny hunt, if we don't get the Treecko this stream, my next hunt will be Treecko. Once we get the Treecko, I have a plan to shiny hunt for a Charmander in Pokemon Leaf Green. So I do have a plan for the next shiny I'm hunting. Guess who's making puns now? That's right, Meowth. Hey, is this a capture card, emulator, or camera footage? It is a capture card. I have a GameCube with a Game Boy player hooked up to it, and I have a capture card that takes that component output, or the composite output, to USB. And so I'm capturing that and running it through OBS to stream it. Playing on a GameCube-own. There you go. Puns about my setup. You don't like to muck with puns. Ah. Someone outside, but the mud kept getting me. And when I dial my friends, I always use my toe to dial. And also, people don't stop bagging me. Ah. Android Play going hard with the puns, trying to take the top, trying to take the lead from OGs here. Do I know about Rumble Week? I don't. What is Rumble Week? Jessica Bailey, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Can I ever hunt for Rowlet? Potentially, Brendan. I don't have a 3DS capture card right now, so that's the main reason I'm hunting in Emerald, is because I can only capture footage like through a capture card from a GameCube. So I can only capture Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. Am I going to do a Nuzlocke? Not with this cartridge, not with this save, but I've considered doing like getting an emulator and doing like a randomizer Nuzlocke, because that'd be kind of fun, I think. But that would be something that I like pre-record, and most of the pre-recording stuff I won't start doing for at least 2 or 3 more weeks, because summer's wrapping up, so I'm starting to like pack things to go back to school, and then once school starts, I'm going to need a week or 2 to get into the groove of things. Then from there, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I start changing and messing around with. But I definitely want to do some kind of Nuzlocke at some point. I feel like that'd be pretty fun. Is it possible to get 2 shiny Mudkips when one is in an egg? Yes, so if you got like you can catch as many shiny of anything as you want if you can breed it. So like with Mudkip, you can catch one through soft resetting, and then it's not like the game will stop you because you already have a Mudkip. Like, I caught, I bred for 3 shiny Rowlets. Like, 3 shiny Rowlets came out of eggs. That's actually one of the... Breeding is one of the more common ways to hunt, and there's no restriction on you already have 1 shiny, so you can't get another one of it. Like, there's no restrictions on that. Ah, Venusaur. Oh, geez, trying to keep his title here with all the puns. God of Hyperdeath, good luck with getting the shiny Treecko. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hopefully we can get it here in the next 12 minutes. That would be so awesome to end this stream with a successful shiny hunt. You named a Zapdos Thunderbird and got told, and told it to go. Ooh. I can see the puns clearing out. Hey, everyone getting in on the puns hype train. Will I ever play Pokemon Diamond and Pearl gameplay for stream? So Blaze Games, that falls in the same kind of category as why I don't hunt in Sun and Moon. I need a DS or 3DS capture card to do that, and I just can't really afford to buy one right now. But in the future, I do hope to get one. Like, it'd be awesome to be able to get one of those before Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon come out. Like, that would be my big goal, would be to be able to stream Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon when they come out. And then it would also let me be able to play Gen 4 through 7 on stream. Welcome back, George! You found a wallet and gave it back to the person. When I gave it back, you were rewarded for it. Alright, see you later, Luis. Glad you're able to tune into the stream, and I hope to see you again. You heard I like mudkips. I do like mudkips. I'm the best. Thank you, Damien. I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you guys really like all this. Especially all these new people who joined in tonight. It's crazy how many new people are watching. And I'm glad that you guys have been sticking around. How long have I been trying to get Shiny Treecko? I've been going for almost a month and a half now. And this is stream number 20 for it. And almost every single one of those streams has been a 3-hour long stream. Alright, see you in a bit, Jacob. Hopefully you make it back before the end of the stream. Who should you go for next? Masuda Method Mudkip on X, or Shiny Dedenne on Y, or SOS Marini? Marini would be a fun one. The only problem is if you really... It'd be a painful decision if you see a Shiny Corsola first. What's up, Proud Poet? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Had a Slowpoke. Named it Internet Explorer. It's a pretty good one. Just all the Slowpoke memes. You want to join Team Pun, but no Pokemon puns don't come naturally to me. Same, Flooper. Like, there are moments I'll have where I'm like where I get some like really good puns like in my head, but there are other times where I just cannot for the life of me think of one. Even you don't wait that long to get a shiny. Yeah, this is my longest hunt by far, and it's taken a lot of patience to do. But in the end, it's going to be so worth it, you know? Like, the satisfaction of knowing that, yeah, we've gone 5,700 plus encounters for this shiny. Once we get it, the satisfaction of actually having a successful hunt and not having given up will be awesome. What will be my guess? You guessed it, I'll get my encounter at 5760. We'll see, Blaze Games. My personal thoughts... Honestly, I'm thinking somewhere in the next 1,000. Like, somewhere in the... Not like the exact next 1,000, but like... Somewhere in the 6,000. I feel like we'll get it there. You're hunting for a shiny Lunala in Moon? You can't actually get one of those, Brendan. Yeah, the legendaries in Sun and Moon are locked, aside from Type Null. The Tapus and the Box Art legendaries are all locked. Presumably because they're going to come out in an event at some point. So everyone, Corsola Marini or Mudkip, or I would like to say Corsola Marini. It's a pretty fun hunt. It's a little bit difficult because Corsola can heal itself. But in general, it was a fun hunt, and I like both of their shinies, so there's no reason not to hunt for them. The only shiny you've ever caught was Gyarados in Fuchsia City, but you didn't know it was shiny and never kept it, so I was so confused why it looked different. That's what I'm always worried that as a kid, I didn't know when things were shiny, and ran into a shiny and thought, oh, it sparkled, it probably gives me a lot of experience points to KO it, and then I KO it instantly. I feel like that would just be the worst thing that could ever possibly happen. But that's something I would have done as a kid because I wouldn't know any better. Bag on with the bad puns. Ooh. Mindless read this pun. You like marking numbers, but you forgot to mark to arc a 9. Ah. You got a shiny kitten from Wonder Trade named Winter. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Or Litten, yeah. So Marini Corsola it is. Yeah, Marini Corsola's a pretty fun one. I think you'll like it. Let's see who'll get the right guess. It'll be interesting, Blaze Games. I'm trying to think of a way. I'm probably gonna try to make a bot at some point that can actually keep track of these guesses. because otherwise, like, you know, it's going to be all honor system. Someone could come back and say that on like stream 10 they guessed it, and I haven't read off every single number that's come up, because those like tend to fly by, and there's a lot of like more conversation based messages that I'll read, so there's like no way to really like monitor that unless I set up some kind of bot to monitor it for me, which I think would be a fun little like challenge. You got a shiny Tyranitar, awesome. Every time you sneeze, I peek before I sneeze, so I'll end up saying Pikachu. There you go, proud poet. Mine would be more like peek, and then just like a violent chew, or almost like coughing sound. Damien Santor, it's this one, we'll see right now. Unfortunately, it wasn't though, so we're going to keep going. We got 5 minutes left, and we are at just about at 5750, so we're definitely not doing another save reset tonight. Probably get through about, we'll probably get to like 57, 55 or so, maybe a little less than that. This is irrelevant, but what am I going to college for? I am majoring in computer science. Jeremy Klinger, how was my day? My day was pretty good. Today was like the first day, first weekday that my internship was over. Like my last day was Friday, so I have a week before I move back into college. So it was a nice day. I got to sleep in for the first time in forever. Woke up, did some things around the house, mowed the lawn, fixed my car up, cleaned out the basement a little bit. So it felt like a really lazy but productive day. So it was a good day. Feel like someone should do a move pun by now, but hey, those Pokemons. I mean, I tried to make a rollout pun at one time. And, well, I forget who it was in the chat. Someone also made, like, a pretty solid rollout pun, but they made it more... They named their Pokemon Autobots, you know? You're proud to say you watched this entire stream? That is awesome, Trevor the Trainer. I have also been present for the entire stream, which is, I think, a pretty large feat. But, yeah, no, it's awesome that you actually stuck around the whole time. That's pretty cool. Don't let me in the shower with you. I might take a Pikachu. Ooh, I feel like, just in general, I wouldn't let someone in the shower with me. Should you stop bagging me with these puns? It's fine, Android Plays. Go for it. George Mendez, I'm going to get it soon. Hopefully we do. We've got 3 minutes left. Hopefully we can get it sometime in the next 3 minutes. That would be awesome. The results of your 9 winter trades, you gave away some Mudkips. Alright, let us have them. The Pokepuns were unexpected. I mean, at this point, Pokepuns feel like a staple of the chat in these streams. Like, the past 3 streams have been filled with Pokepuns. What's Ludacris's favorite Pokemon move? Rollout. Hilarious, right? Hey, welcome back, Amanda. Glad you can make it for the last couple minutes. I'm the most patient person ever. I mean, there are people who have gone way longer than I have. Candy Edie, this is the one I always seem to be referencing when I say, you know, I've seen people take 40,000 soft resets to get a shiny Treecko. It's just one of those hunts that is crazy. Alvin, welcome to the stream. When I get my shiny, the shiny Treecko, what will I name it? So Gabriel, the plan is when I get the shiny Treecko, the default name is Corndog. So if like, and that's only if if someone guesses the exact encounter number. The first Pioneer, thank you for the sub. If someone guesses the exact encounter number, like if someone had said 5752, and this one ended up being shiny, then it would be named whatever they want to name it, as long as it's appropriate and they're in chat at the time of naming it. So, otherwise, like, if they aren't there and someone guessed it, or if no one guesses it, then its default name is Corndog. We came back for the last few minutes. It's still possible. It is still possible. We have 2 more encounters, probably, because it is 9:59. So this one wasn't shiny, and we're going to see if 5754 is shiny, and then we'll start wrapping up the stream, guys. Braxius Flame, how do I record my videos? So, right now, I have, like I said, I have a GameCube, and I'm capturing the footage through the GameCube, so you can put Game Boy cartridges in that. So I have that running through USB to my computer, and I'm using OBS as my software for doing my whole layout and streaming. Alright guys, last one. And it was not shiny, guys, so we're going to wrap up the stream while I do one shiny Torchic hunt. So again, thank you to everyone who tuned into the stream. This has been like the most popular stream by far. It was amazing the whole time. I'm glad that there were so many new people here and so many people joining in along the way. All the subs we got, that was amazing this time. And it was just so awesome. It's always awesome to see you guys. Thanks again to anyone who liked and subscribed during this video. It means a lot to me. And we'll see if this Torchic is shiny. And it is not, so again, thank you guys for everyone who tuned in, and I will see you all next time.